Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the IrishHotspur. Apologies for the late start. Just had a really good debate, a good pre-match build-up. We were really disappointed by the lineup, let's be honest. And so we had to talk about that further. I'm adding Sean in here in just a second, and we'll see what kind of he has to say. It's been a while since we've seen him, but it's a big shift today from Sean. Have him in here now. Shawnee, how are we? And like game day, it's still game day, Sean.
Game day, mate. I love game days. There's no better day in the week than game day. Obviously, the most recent game days have turned out to be shame days with some of the performances that have been on display from our team. I'm hoping that, listen, it's going to be a very difficult game tonight. Usually, Fulham away is not something that I'm scared of. I'm a little bit terrified of it. But I do think that I don't agree with the formation. I don't agree with the setup. I don't agree with a lot of things that are going on. But look, there's 90 minutes of football in front of us, and it would just be very poetic for Sonny to go and score a couple tonight and shut me right up. And for Hugo to put in an absolute worldie and make 2 or 3 saves. I don't want him to have to do that. I don't want him to have to make any worldies tonight. But yeah, we'll see what happens, my man. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. It's still good to be doing these watch alongs nonetheless. And thank you everybody who have joined us so far. Like I said, apologies for the late start. Just, kind of had to, get a glass of water, get a pee, and all those sort of things that I might not be able to even do during this watch along because it gets thick and heavy. And I also even like almost missed one of the goals last time against Man City when I even did want to take a break. So I'm not doing that this time, everybody. I'm going to be here the whole time. Dan Coy says, so an unchanged lineup, 22 days into the transfer window with a weekend full of Spurs stories where you thought they couldn't let you down as it was the weekend. We need a win. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Can we make this a different week, Dan? Like, let's be honest, the whole picture is bleak right now, but can maybe we just have an okay week? Let's see how it goes, Dan. Come on, my man. The disabled team is in here. Good to see you, my man. Chris says, I really don't get Conte's thought process. He knows Lloris and Son are out of form, but still starts them. Any other team would have dropped them by now. It's kind of yes and no, I think, where you look at other teams, yes, that absolutely would be more ruthless. But then you look at like managers like Jurgen Klopp, who have been quite loyal to some of their players. So it's maybe just different strokes for different managers kind of thing. But I do agree. Sometimes they just kind of get it wrong and you just have to like, go with somebody that won't cost you. David Hall says maybe Conte is doing this just to get a Frank Lampard exit. Just don't understand him. Lloris is dead food. Yeah, maybe a Brendan Rodgers is what he's trying to pull at the moment, David. But in all seriousness, I really hope not. But if his heart's not in it anymore, he should be honest, David. If his heart's not in it, he should be honest. DG saying Godspeed. We are praying to the gods today, especially praying to the center back gods. Like, honestly, I feel like after the calamities they had last time, Sean, I mean, it really does turn into a stage where if there are any, football gods that represent center backs, that represent, a back line, I'm praying to
Yeah.
them daily. It feels like at this stage that I don't know, because we just get undone so many times by these individual errors that I don't know I don't know what else there's left to do, Sean, apart from just pray, I guess.
Well, I mean, what we haven't done yet is look at the Fulham team. Do you have time when we've gone through the people in the comments?
Let
When
me
you've done stuff, can we go through that and have a talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Just give me one more second here. Ray the chef, good to see him. My man Dean Williams, come on. King Hoddle, come on, you Spurs. Show some testicular fortitude, fighting spirit, and imagination to relieve the pall of depression enveloping in my very soul, for which you are responsible. King Hoddle, very strong use of words there. Testicular fortitude, Sean. Better way of a smarter way of
Yeah,
saying get your
yeah.
cojones, just a simpler or a smarter way. You
Yeah.
never know. Good
Man
luck,
up,
King Hada.
basically. Man up in a very articulate manner.
Patty Higgins, I have no idea what way this match is going to go. Current form suggests disappointment. Should we be happy with the draw? Is this our level? I can't believe I'm saying this, Patty, but for the first time in a long time, I'm kind of scared going to the Craven Cottage. Like, and that's because I think most of us kind of resoundingly answered this is basically the best Fulham team since kind of the Europa League days back a while ago. So it is, a Fulham that we're not used to. This is also actually, I think, Antonio Conte's first match actually at the Craven Cottage or even against like Fulham at the Craven Cottage. His game
Oh.
against Marco Silva was his first match against Fulham, I believe, in general. So it is kind of interesting. He actually somehow has avoided Fulham for some years, I guess, while he was at Chelsea to a degree. So this is actually also going to be his first time there. So it could be a difficult evening. It could be a difficult atmosphere. Ribsy85 is in the house. Come on, you Spurs, with a sad face. Ribsy, I hope we pick you up with an early goal, my man. But good to see you in here. At least you showed up, Ribsy. At least you showed up, my man. And then Dark Sun G with a super chat. Here's Sean. And he says, as a Korean, I have mixed feelings for Sun starting. I'm happy because I can see him play for at least 45 minutes. I'm upset because I want to see Son get a rest on the bench, both
Yeah,
physically as well as mentally. Why,
fair play.
Larice? Oh my God.
Fair play,
What do you
Dark
say to
Sun
Dark
G.
Sunji? Because that's
Yeah,
kind of
there's
interesting.
yeah, it's fair play, mate. Listen, I understand there's loyalty from his compatriots. I get so much because I talk about him
It's a
quite a
head
lot
and
on my
heart
channel.
situation for him.
I
You can
get, yeah,
tell.
100%. But I can at least, I massively respect the fact that you at least see the argument for him not starting. I
Right.
understand the loyalty that you show, and I definitely want to be tagging. I want to be asking you if you can, if you haven't already, figure out for us what the referee situation is today, how that looks in a second. But I massively respect the fact that you can at least park your loyalties towards him for a moment and kind of understand the frustrations that some of us have because we all love Sonny. We all absolutely adore him. We want him to come back to his best. But for me, like the only time we've seen him at his best this season is off the bench. I'm not saying drop him because, we're done with him. I'm saying let's try and find a way to resurrect his amazing abilities. And the last time we saw it was in the only time we've ever tried it this season off the bench. And when we did it, he came back and he had a point to prove and scored a hat trick. A hat trick from him tonight would be sensational. And it doesn't matter what position we're in at half time. We could be 2-0 down and you bring him off the bench and he gets a hat trick or something like it. And Tottenham are back in charge. So it's very frustrating for me. I love the guy. I want to see him get back to his best, but I definitely agree with you that I think that having a little breather, taking that pressure off, it's going to give a little bit more, I think, satisfactory responses to his performances that not just I can get on board with, but I think other players within the team, like Richarlison, he's on the back of a really good World Cup. You could have played him up top tonight alongside Harry Kane, drop
Yeah.
Decky into the 10, or maybe even put Decky in the forward role, put Harry Kane in the 10, and gone to like some sort of 3-4-1-2 formation. There was options, and once again, Conte didn't take them. I'm not blaming Sonny, I'm blaming Conte for that. I think that Conte not doing that and also not making the sensible option in the back line. I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that these players do good performances and do good things. But if they don't, there's only one place that I'm going to be angry at tonight on the back of that.
Dark Sunji, I appreciate that you kind of literally just put it in the sense like, you know what, my heart is happy to see Sonny because I love Sonny, but my head is like, if I were the manager, if I were, maybe wanting to, in better or, pick a better team, you're like, I'm not sure if I would have picked Sonny. And it's just, I appreciate that sort of balance, Dark Sunji. And also, I agree. Why Larice? I don't think there's I don't really think. I think his mistakes for me, Dark Sunji, are so poor that I don't really even really agree with the argument that I think to each his own when it comes to Lloris because he has been a servant to us. But at the same time, I just think his mistakes have been so bad that it's like there isn't a game where you think you would like ease in Fraser, like you would just throw him in. Like it's just like, stop the bleeding like as soon as possible. Don't, delay it, it feels like, because I just think he needs to be taken out of that firing line, Dark Sun G's. Just I don't want to risk it again. And I'm not sure like if maybe this is too big of a game for Fraser Forster, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just quickly, Jack. I'm seeing a couple of people in the comments saying I don't know if they've seen something from Conte in like maybe before the game started saying
some
that.
people thought the press conference was a little depressing or something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm seeing people saying that Conte's alluded to the fact that Richarlison's not ready. He's not fit enough to start. I don't know if that's just their opinion or whether that's from the horse's mouth, i.e., from Conte. If it
It's
is,
yeah.
then maybe I'm being overly harsh on Conte, and
When
I'll
it comes
own
to
that.
Richie, you could be, Sean, just for the fact that I heard that he rushed himself back to the North London Derby and wasn't supposed to really be back for that one. Um,
Okay,
and then he kind of,
okay.
got himself like in, back in time for it because he wanted to be available. And then he picked himself, for the next one where, of course, he probably made some progress again. but I think that might be the
But that
case
was
that
the
he did
Arsenal game
rush
was 2
himself
weeks
back.
ago, right? The Arsenal game
Yeah,
was 2
where
weeks
the
ago.
last one he might have been more okay for it, but maybe he then by rushing himself back tweaked it. I don't know, but I think
Yeah.
there was something about how I think Ali Gold said something like more or less to the extent for the North London Derby at least he like rushed himself back by like a week or something like he was
Okay.
supposed to be
Fair enough.
available like a week after. But it's I think the case of Hill is interesting. I guess I'm not sure if I did see him in the training videos. I'm not sure if I did watch them this week if I saw Hill.
I
So
haven't seen anything about
if
Brian
Hill
Hill.
isn't available
Yeah.
either, then you kind of do just maybe you could sort of then see maybe the reasoning of sticking with Sonny more. But if Hill was available, Dark Sun G, I would have maybe potentially have put Hill on the left. Could have seen how that could have gone. That could have been an
You still
interesting sort of
you also could have gone to
option.
a 3-5-2 though, Jack. You could have also
Correct.
just played Decky and Kane up front and then gone Basuma, Højbjerg, and Bentancur, or I don't know what's going with Pape Sarr.
Yeah.
Pape Sarr's not on the bench, so I'm guessing he's
But then
injured.
that's once you reach that stage, I think the options aren't as great. Which is,
True.
and we all thought that we were going to have a more fit squad. That was supposedly the case. That we thought through the press conferences before, but I guess not everybody. But Sean, you wanted to take a look at the Fulham team, is that right?
Well, yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Could you actually have it? Do you have it in front of you? Can
Let
you
me
bring
just
it up?
pull it
Or
up. It will take me 2 seconds. I can't put it up on screen for everybody yet,
oh,
but
well,
what I
okay, I
can
can
do
get it.
is that I can say Mitrovic is up top with Willian, Andreas Pereira, and then De Cordova Reed, that guy, Bobby Reed or
Bobby
whatever his
Reed on
name
the
is.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Harrison Reed, or whatever his name is, and then
Oh,
Joao
so
Palhinha.
Williams going to be on the left, really, and Bobby Reed
Yeah.
on the right, or maybe vice versa. So
hmm
they're going to go like a 4
They do a 4-2-3-1. They're a standard
4 2 3 1.
4-2-3-1 team. Um,
So
I
okay,
would
so
say Anthony
Pereira in the
Robinson
10.
is the one that
Yeah.
bombs forward. Robinson is the one that bombs forward to the fullbacks a bit more. Tim Ream is pretty good on the ball. You could definitely try to get in behind Tim Ream, but he is actually quite good on the ball, so he could kind of pick you apart. Tete is a good defender, but I wouldn't say he gets forward as much. And then Paulinho has like the most tackles and interceptions, Sean, like per
Yeah.
90, I think, in the whole league right now. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
basically been the most like badass defensive mid, this season. And then
So
Pereira
who's
has like 7 goal contributions. I think Pereira has 2 goals and 5 assists or something like that too. So
yeah, and Pereira
yeah,
wasn't that spectacular against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. I was expecting more from him. I don't think he was that great in the
he has
reverse
moments, I
fixture.
think, type of
He has
player. Like
moments, yeah.
yeah. But
Bobby
I
Reed,
mean,
I think, is
2 goals and five
dangerous.
assists, you don't sniff at for a team like Fulham, and it sort of explains why they're maybe doing well this season to
Yeah.
a degree. So
I just wonder, like, who's going to be attacking Perisic and Davies tonight? It's probably going to be Bobby. Is it Williams going to be playing on the right of that three, or is it Bobby Reed? I always thought Bobby Reed plays on the right, but then I also thought William played on the right. So one of those two is going to be on the left. But either way, they're both players that get the ball and run and dribble hard. Against, listen, Perisic is on the back of being absolutely abused by Mahrez on Thursday night. 3 times he got absolutely rinsed inside and out, left, back to front. And so
can
I
I
need
give
to
you
see
my
more.
thinking on that? Like,
Yeah, please do.
I just think Sessegnon has just been so. I mean, it's harsh to say it this way, but I just think he's been so useless going forward and defensively
Yeah.
for me, Sessegnon, that it's almost like Perisic has also been poor defensively, but it's like I might as well just take the risk knowing that he
Yeah, yeah.
will do something going forward because Sessegnon hasn't done anything enough for me defensively to warrant like sort of outweighing him versus Perisic. Like I just think they're both playing terribly
Yeah,
defensively,
yeah.
and so I
I
kind of
agree.
just am like go with Perisic. Whereas like with Emerson, I mean, God forbid he has a howler today, but he wasn't actually all that bad. I thought in the last game, against Man City for the most part. So I kind
Emerson
of
played well. Emerson
yeah
played well, not just because of the goal, but I thought he controlled the ball well. I
yeah.
thought he gave Tottenham an outlet.
But it's
Listen,
weird that he's showing more consistency, or not even consistency. That's not the right word, but he's showing more. He's putting in better performances than Sessegnon even is at the moment. I think
100%.
Emerson, and that's what's strange.
Sessegnon's fallen apart. Like that. Like I'm not being. I'll be entirely honest. I think that this season is not going to end pretty for Tottenham. As much as I want it to, as much as I'll stay positive, I can't wait until next season comes in. Whatever the shape and look of the team, I want to see because we play this. It doesn't matter whether you play a 4-2-3-1 or a 3-5-2. Essentially, like the kind of the width is where creativity starts in the Premier League, and we have nothing really that's exciting down our left or down our right,
Yeah.
particularly. I can't wait for Destiny to come in.
Oh yeah.
Listen, if I was Daniel Levy and I had a spare 5 million going around, I'd go to Udinese right now and say, "Hey, listen, if I give you, can we give you that 5 mil and bring him in for the next 6 months? Because that 5 million quid that you might go and spend to get him in 6 months early, might be the difference between finishing fourth or finishing sixth or seventh, and it pays for itself just in campaign prize money, depending on where you finish in the Premier League. You know, the same thing. You can make the same argument for like, why are we like not paying the 45 million quid for Porro, 40 million quid for Porro? We're haggling, even if at the end of the month you saved 4 or 5 million quid by going through this whole process, you probably cost yourself 4 or 5 million quid or more by losing the games that you might not necessarily have lost in
Yeah.
this last month, right? So there's this kind of short-sighted approach to Daniel Levy's negotiations, which drives me up the bloody wall. I can't wait until we have
And
somebody that can come in that can do a decent job on the left-hand side in Destiny. Sorry, mate.
no, no, no. I was just going to finish your, not finish your point, but just touch on it quickly. I was going to say, when we already discussed earlier that maybe we've come to the conclusion that this whole window has been Paratici-less, if you know what I mean,
Yeah,
by the fact that
yeah,
like he hasn't had his handprints on it. Like I think had Paratici maybe been actually involved and actually working, it seems like, without any distractions, we probably would have signed maybe a Pedro Porro sooner, or we would have
yeah,
signed someone else, even, a right wing back sooner or whatever it is. And the fact that we could have gone to some of these games, not maybe the North London Derby or any, we should have really the North London Derby. I'm not, no excuses actually. We should have gone into the North London Derby with a new signing. Like I really
yeah.
do think we should have. And it's the same with the Man City game. Like we should have had a new signing by then as well. And it's because we have come to the realization, to finish the point, that it's not Paratici. It's probably been Daniel Levy this whole time. This January window explains the delay and the hassle and the haggling, like you put there, like you put there.
Jack, I know we've got. Well, I guess we've got. How long we got? 15 minutes until the game starts. Have we got time? Can I ask you what your opinion of the Paratici situation is? I haven't heard it. Like, he's obviously guilty of something, right? And it obviously looks pretty bad. If the judgment gets extended to FIFA and European and UEFA wide banning, do we need to cut the cord with him and move on because he's out of action for 2.5 years? What's
Yeah.
your take on the whole Paratici situation?
I'll give. Can I give my like a quick summary opinion, and then we'll go into it
Yeah,
a bit later, and then I'll get to smart people in the chat. My quick summary opinion is he needs to go, because if he goes, then we can just sign in on either equally as good director of football that doesn't have a sleazy history, or a better one. But I sort of like, he needs to go to undo all the problems and slash kind of also get our name away from like kind of the hassle he's caused, and that sort of thing. At the same time, like if you rule out the crime and all that sort of stuff, like the crimes were really more committed at a different club. I sort of look at it like, if I really do look at all the signings he's brought in, all the players he's gotten rid of, I actually do have a major list that I measure it up against Paul Mitchell, against Steve Hitchen, and him. I think he's done a better job than the last two directors of football, with
yeah,
the money that he's had, the money he's had available, and with the signings out, the players he's gotten rid of, as well as the players he's brought in. Of course, a lot of people point out the mistakes he's made, but if you do like put up like, and I did make a spreadsheet and just put them side by side, he does kind of actually perform definitely better than Hitchin. I think we all know Hitchin was the worst,
yeah. Hitchin
but
was a
he
disaster.
actually,
Yeah.
but with Mitch and Hitchen, I think a lot of people kind of gloss over kind of the years of damage that he's caused. Like his damage wasn't able to be fixed overnight. Like it's taken a lot of transfer windows for us to fix it. And I think with
Hmm.
Paul Mitchell, actually, with some of the players he's brought in, Paratici actually sizes, quite comparably, like favorably to a degree. A lot of people might call me crazy, but I'm going to put a video actually
Yeah.
out on it,
No,
Sean, like when I get the chance. But to summarize again, I think he's done a good job at Spurs. I think he's done a fine job at Spurs, but he does need to go, and he needs to be sacked as soon as possible.
okay.
Like,
Yeah,
in order to,
I think I'm with you on that. I think yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
I
I
don't
agree.
even know like how to put it, like other than like he needs to go as soon as possible. But I'm not really all that mad at him. I am mad at him because he screwed this January transfer window. Like he did screw us over this window with his, his mistakes and his crimes at Juventus. But if
Mm.
I, rule that out, then I actually think he's done a pretty okay job over here at Spurs. Big up,
Cool.
Cheese Room John. Good to see you, John. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. The disabled team as well. Tony Austin. We also have Gork in the house. Love it, Gork, or Gork Holly Beats. crazy name there. King Hoddle's in the house. Good to see you, King. Russ Vernon, good to see you, Russ. Tom THFC, Shawnee's in there as well. Roy Viking, good to see you, Roy. Zoe's in the house. Big up, boys. So shocked Richie isn't starting. I think we're praying it's an injury reason, Zoe. I guess we're praying it's an injury reason, but if that's not the case, then it is sort of questionable. But big up. Ian Cook is in the house too. Good to see you, Terrence Martin. Hopefully all is well. Daniel Larson says, I'm going to be honest. If this channel did not exist, I would care. I wouldn't care about Spurs at this moment in time. Daniel, love you, my man. Love you, my man, brother. And I need to get your details, Daniel, because I want to get you on for maybe a halftime at some stage. And I realized I don't have your number or like anything like that. And I'll get you on for another one, Daniel. And I forgot to ask for your details, dude. But hopefully you're keeping well. Chris with a super chat. Big up, Chris. Says, not looking forward to this game and not confident. Can't really blame you, Chris. I can't really at all. But what I would say is sometimes maybe teams like, Spurs, when they have such a huge calamity, when they have such a catastrophic sort of second half, maybe they go into this one really sort of hyper focused and, they might still be nervous or still a bit rattled, but they might go into this one knowing like they actually had a win on their doorstep and they had a win at their lap and they just blew it up. And if they get it to the same position like they did last time against Man City, maybe they find themselves 1-0 up or something like that. They'll probably, at least let's hope so, be more careful this time about not letting it slip, through their fingers. That's what I'm going to hope for. But I don't blame you if you think I'm absolutely delusional for thinking that, because let's be honest, they haven't proven me right many times this season. Big up, Vince Vega. Good to see you in here, my friend. And keep the faith in the Spurs, brother. Just keep the faith. And I know you're going through some rough times with your faith in the Tottenham, but keep it in, my man. Keep the faith. Tequila's in here. Big up, Shawnee and Jacko. Good to see you, Tequila. Hopefully you're keeping well. Legend 27. Good to see you, Legend 27. Good to see you, Cranford. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. Zoe, Gin Park, Nick Knack, SOF, Irish Gooner, still welcome, my friend. Amir is in the chat here. Good to see you, Amir. Hopefully you're keeping well, my friend, after that good little pump up that we had earlier with each other. Moosehead Tiki's in the house. Good to see you, Moosehead. We have Claude Murphy as well. Good to see you, Claude. Mullen, Joe, King Hoddle as well. And then Melton 69. Plenty of other heads. DB too. Good to see you, DB. But let's get to maybe just a bit more preview, and then we're going to kind of get started with the watch along here. Sean,
Before we do,
go
I just
ahead.
want to take my chance quickly to Tequila. He asked me. He said to me in the last show we were doing. He put a comment in saying, "Sean, you still owe me a curry." And I said, "I don't think I owe you a curry. I think you owe me a curry." And I couldn't remember what it was about, and now I do remember because my memory is not that bad. Jesse Lingard. The whole bet was about whether Jesse Lingard had ever played as a left or a right wing back. And the answer, he said it hadn't, and I said he had, and I proved the point. So Tequila, big up to you, my man. But I'm not. I forget about the bets that people owe me, and you owe me a curry, my man. So if Tottenham win tonight, I'm gonna. You put your number in the chat or whatever. We'll find a way of getting in touch. You owe me a chicken korma with an extra poppadom, my man, because Lingard 100% played in a wing back role for either West Ham United or for Manchester United or currently for Forest. There's been a game where he's played it. You owe me the curry. Come on, you Spurs. I love you, Tequila.
Spurs. Chris says, how rude. Don't even mention your mod jack. Chris, we were just talking to each other earlier, my friend, but maybe you're just, there's no Winks 11 coming for me or anything, Chris. I'm not going to get started with you. We need to stick behind the boys, though, Chris. Come on, my man. Let's get it going, brother. Let's keep it good in the chat here, everybody. Let's at least until the ball gets kicked. Maybe then we can lose our minds, with the catastrophic errors. But let's keep the vibes for now. Dark Sun G says the only good thing is Blues and Liverpool are worse. Well, Sean, I'm not sure if you caught that match, but it really was kind of like, I don't know what the like it was strange, like it was weird to just see like really poor just quality from both teams, like like it was just not like
Which game
it
was
just
this?
wasn't like
Which game?
watching what Chelsea and Liverpool are normally like. If you caught their 0-0 game,
Oh, the 0-0, the ball draw. Oh, yeah, but the Chelsea Liverpool are they are.
but it's
like
strange to see
shadows of
them like
themselves.
at such poor quality, like like, to be honest, like it really was strange.
Especially when Chelsea have spent the GDP of Lithuania or something in the transfer market in the last 12 months, and yet they can't pay. They can buy for every player, they can pay over the top for every single player, but they can't buy a goal. It's quite incredible. Teams are coming out, Jack. Teams are coming out, my man. They're coming through that old little rusty cottage on the side of the pitch. It's on, baby.
They're walking in from the street.
Let's go. Let's go. They're coming out. Hugo, there he is. Oh, he's got that same look on his face.
Says the Curry Wars. Big up Moosehead from Chi-Town from Chicago. Good to see you, my friend. No problem at all, Nick Knack. It's good to have you in here, buddy. Craig Bowler, hopefully you're doing well too, my friend. Sorry, I missed you there earlier, Craig.
Oh, look at Conte. Conte's had a haircut. He's I don't know what to feel about him right now. I don't know how he looks. Does he look confident? I'm going to say yes. Mitrovic certainly does. Look at the size of that man. You wouldn't want to meet him down a dark alley, Jack.
What did you make of the reason for the delay? The fact that it was like, or it was, I was about to say Curry related. It was traffic related. The fact that it was like they ran into traffic or something like that. Like it was strange.
I don't know. I've got no idea, to be honest.
Especially since it's like a West London team. Like they only got to go so far. Like you think the players could even drive themselves.
Was it about was it the traffic for the players to get in, like the team bus was late?
Yeah, the team. So this game started 15 minutes late, as you noticed. And I think
because Tottenham were late, were they?
I think because Tottenham were late. Yeah, the team arrived late. Or maybe a bit of housery by Conte?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think genuine, probably sincere traffic issues. But I don't know, man. Coming through Battersea, it depends which way you go and where they're coming from. Like if you go south of the river to try and get back up, sometimes people cut down the south river, then go round via Battersea and come back up over the Fulham Bridge. And when they do that, they go through that whole redevelopment down by the Battersea Power Station. I'm boring everybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, but it's a manic traffic issue down there. So I'd be surprised
if the missus was listening. She would have actually. That's the one part she would have appreciated. Actually, she likes watching that sort of. She likes watching the infrastructure videos. But everybody. I agree, Vince Vega. No Forrester tonight is a crime, my man. Benny Summers, good to see you in here. Bigs up from Jerusalem. Can't promise to stay awake if we go down by 2 goals before halftime. I don't blame you either,
God
Benny.
Forbid. Please don't let that happen.
Second half FC hasn't even shown up very much recently. It's been actually quite the opposite in the second half, Benny. So I don't know, buddy. I don't even know. I can't even, tell you that second half FC is going to show up. I can only hope that they are. Curry-related delays, says Cheeser and John. Yeah, exactly right.
Would you rather Tottenham play, if you're going to pick a half to turn up, would it be first half or second half?
I think we learned that lesson where like you would rather show up in the second half simply because then you're holding on, for dear life in the second in hopes that the other team don't show up when they easily could. You would rather hope for dear life in the first and then know that your team is going to do its best to claw back or, be the better team at least in the second half. And it always feels better to end the game, I think, as the better team in the second half. It actually felt worse to be the worst team in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So I'll be honest.
To be disappointed early than disappointed late.
I'd rather show up in the second for me. I think we learned that a hard way. We learned that the cold way. Early stuff.
I don't know if you just saw on the camera. Like it looks like that entire the second tier of that entire massive, like the big stand, the one big stand that they have in Craven Cottage. It looked like it was empty.
Yeah, it might still be under construction or something.
Oh, is it going to be like a tiny? I didn't even know they were doing reconstruction. Are they doing? Is it going to be epoxy atmosphere, like epoxy attendance tonight? Is that what they've done? Have they rebuilt the one of the stands?
I think they're still remodeling it or something like that.
I didn't even know that was the case. There you go.
I think they were remodeling it last year and maybe they're not even done. I'm not sure. I don't speak or I don't know too much actually about it.
Dave is texting me.
Feels like we're still even starting late. I don't even know, or maybe some people's just kicked off. Ours hasn't.
I'm not sure.
We also have the commentary on, Sean, in case you need it, slightly.
Oh, do we? Okay. Let me get that. Look, where's that link that you sent me? Here we go.
I put it in the private chat there for you if you also need it.
Yeah, no, I've got it. Appreciate that. I just need to make sure it's all synced up. So you haven't got to the... I'm going to press start. Love it. Love it! It's Tottenham time! It's game day! Let's go, Tottenham! Come on, you Spurs!
Very pensive Chiellini and Conte there. Or Conte, that's like his natural resting phase, I must be honest, is that squinted sort of like look all the time. Uh
They're still
Harry
waiting. You're right.
Harry
There's still
Kane,
delays.
slicked back hair. Love to see it. The edges have been trimmed very well. Maybe that's where Dave has been this whole time, actually. Just maybe getting the internship as Harry Kane's barber. We all know that's actually Dave's real dream job is to be Harry Kane's barber.
Yeah.
Dave's been
Sonny
doing
Sonny
the
looks happy,
internship.
Jack. Sonny looks happy. He's smiling. He's got a bit of a little.
Oh, don't tell me that's the assistant referee. He hates it when we scores.
Has
when we
Dark
score.
Sunji dropped in a little bit of information about who the referees are tonight?
Oh, it's earlier it's Paul Tierney and Stuart Atwell. No, that's not right. It's the had it earlier, Dark Sun G.
All right.
Just give me a moment here. Paul Tierney and Michael, what's his name? Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver is the VAR.
Oh, so proper referees that on occasion are. So I don't even pay attention to this stuff.
What do we think of Paul Tierney? Do you have a strong opinion on Paul?
Oh, to be honest, mate, like I don't pay attention to them. I wait for Dark Sun G to illuminate me, to educate me every single game day on the historical, recency bias that we should have about these people.
If anything I know about the referees, Sean, is that the reason they're delayed right now is because they're trying to make sure that they don't see the Fulham kit underneath his his referee.
Tuck it down. Just want to make sure that if I'm going to be banging on my desk here.
The last match was atrocious as well with the referee. Like it was just so like painstakingly obvious, like he was protecting. Now he's just having a kickabout with the lads. Like he's forgotten what his job is.
I think we're off. We're off in the UK. Let me press pause. We're about to go here in America too on NBC Sports. Oh, we're still waiting. Are you about a minute behind me, I guess?
Dark Sun G says Paul Tierney is 50% wins. He gave our opponents reds.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
I'll take a red card, Dark Sun G.
Let's go. Game night. Love it. Come on, please, for the love of God. God, give us some love and luck tonight. Here we go.
For fuck's sake, just kick that.
Oh, we're 2.5 minutes behind. Here we go. Let's go, Tierney. Is it Paul Tierney's the ref, is he? Is that his name?
Yeah, Paul Tierney is the on-field referee.
I feel like he was a referee recently for us.
I can't remember. Jesus Lord.
Get on with it. Here we go. Let's go.
There we are. Sync up with us. Sorry about the delay, everybody. Do what you can. So many delays of so many kinds. Everybody. Here we are. Højbjerg gives it off to Paratici. Spurs kind of give it away there. Bad pass from Moonhead, and he's already mooning it into the stands. Almost actually lobs the keeper there with his moonshot.
Oh, what happened there? Eric Dyer. What happened there? He just smashes it. Oh, it's only a couple of yards short. I mean,
no intention of it at all, but brilliant.
No, he had no idea what was going on.
Brilliant moonshot. Win this. Thank you, Moonhead. Turn Pierre.
That's got to be confidence inspiring. Winning the first header against Mitrovic, the first aerial duel against Mitrovic has got to be pretty good for him. For his
such an animal, so he's going to be so tough as well. Try to clip the ball over the top here. Ben Davies not filling us with confidence with Ben Davies' first clearance.
Let's go, Tottenham!
Legend, Patty Higgins, legend.
What's the Higgins?
He's just said all synced up here, legend Patty.
Good boy.
All in. Thank you, Hugo. Good hands initially from Hugo.
Well done, Hugh. Come on, Hugo.
Ben Davies.
Ben Davo.
Okay.
Oh, terrible first touch.
Just a little ahead of Bentancur, in my opinion, Sean. I'll trust Bentancur's first touch. I just think Ben Davies was a little too ahead of him. He went for a good pass, though. It's a good dangerous
Oh
pass.
my
See it
good
out. See
God.
it out.
Oh my God.
Oh, gets through both
Hey,
Emerson
wait a
and
minute.
Romero.
Bobby Reed's on the left. We weren't sure which side that William was going to. Oh, it's William on the left. Sorry,
Williams on the
William's on the
left,
left,
coming
and
up
Bobby
against
Reed's on the right.
Emerson. And then
Yeah.
Anthony Robinson is the one I would worry about more. He just has those bombing runs sometimes. He's very powerful the way he runs.
Looks a little bit like Dele Alli, a tiny bit there.
Similar young Delhi stash. Oh, poor touch from Tim Ream there. Oh, Spurs try to... good idea from Harry Kane. He tried to get it long in behind it. Kulusevski there. Zoe says Levy out chants are loud. Can you hear that on the commentary, Sean?
Yeah, I could hear them. Yeah. Could hear them for a second there.
You definitely hear them in the away games, that's for sure. Well done, Pierre.
Let's go. Come on. Oh, don't be sloppy. Find it, Davies. Let's go. Højbjerg plays inside. Comes back to Eric Dyer. Come on, Eric. Oh, why are you going back to the keep? See, Fulham aren't pressing the keeper this time round. Interesting. Let's see what happens. Just keep an eye on that one. See if that's a phased play.
Ah, Pierre, find Bentancur there, son.
Come on. Let's go, Tottenham. Ben Davies looks inside.
Nice. Finds Bentancur there.
Oh, it does Bentancur. One touch. Højbjerg, why are you going straight back, bro? Come on.
There we go.
Let's move
Bento.
on. Emerson Royale. Come on, Emo. Oh.
He's apologizing to somebody. He probably had somebody in behind or something. Ben Davies again.
Slow
Ben Davies
is long ball.
Wow,
No,
that is absolutely dreadful. I appreciate that Ben Davies. He's trying to be aggressive with it, and he's trying to do. He's trying to make things happen. He's trying to be positive, but that was dreadful. Tyler says the double Americans in the back. Love to see it. Hopefully they have a few mistakes in them tonight. Maybe you have to even it up. When you have one yank, you need two yanks in order to even it out. Maybe that's how they're thinking, Tyler.
Get across there. Come on, Bentancur. Oh, mate. That's okay.
And then Dark Sun G with a super chat says 2-2 Liverpool. Robertson 3-0. Rob Holding red. Come on, you Spurs. So those are the games we have with Paul Tierney, where with Liverpool, remember Robertson got that red with that 2-2 draw last season. And then last season as well, he had the red card with Rob Holding. Two correct decisions. So hard to know. Maybe we benefited. Maybe we benefited from it, Dark Sun J. But two correct decisions from Paul Tierney in the past. That's for sure.
I feel like there was a bald man in charge of us against a big game recently, whether it was Arsenal or City or something.
Simon Hooper, Anthony Taylor, and Paul Tierney are all bald.
And it was Hooper. It was Hooper, wasn't it, against Man City? That's it. Yeah,
referees union seems like you have to have a certain length of hair. That's for sure.
Here's Willian. Looks inside.
Oh, step in there, Sonny. You had it.
Oh, come on. Reed.
Whips it in. Oh, good clearance from Romero. Sonny's got to step in there, though, and win that.
It's offside.
Good clearance from Romero. That was a good ball.
Already uncomfortable with this. Paratici could have stepped in there, didn't he? He's lost confidence.
Definitely got to step up. Good clearance from Romero. Followed Mitrovic all the way there.
Come on. Let's go, Bentancur. I need you to take control of this midfield battle here, my man. You've had 3 or 4 touches recently in the first 6 minutes, and they've all been a little bit rushed, a little bit uncertain. Need to see more. Let's go. Oh,
love it from Bentancur. Just like a Man City game.
That's what
just like a Man City game. Yes, yes, Moonhead. Love it, son. Was that a
good challenge? It was a great challenge. Well done, Moonhead. He's in to make a statement against Mitrovic.
They're getting stuck in on Mitro.
Yeah,
that's what I like to see.
Yeah. Come on, Tottenham.
Good pressure from Bentancur here.
Look at that from Bence. That was fantastic from Bence. Oh,
thank you, Paul, for not letting. He's not protecting them there. The last referee would have protected them there. He would have gave it away straight away. He would have gave them that foul. Throwing for Fulham here.
There, bro.
Lovely pass from Ben Davies. Turned Kulusevski.
Decky's playing in the middle, is he? It's interesting. Maybe we are going to more of like a.
He's very.
He's very 3-4-1-2.
You're right, Sean. He is very, he is definitely playing very centrally at the moment.
It's a 3-4-1-2. It's what I wanted to see. I just would have rather have seen Richarlison instead of
Yeah,
Sonny.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Loves music with a super chat says, I'm desperate to hear he's magic. Make no mistake, Pochettino is the only one who can galvanize this club and the team at the moment. Yeah, he wants the Pochettino song back. I think
Wow.
Shawnee does kind of secretly too, loves music. I think you and him kind of agree with each other on a few things, I can tell.
Listen, what my dream one is for Levy and Lewis to have like some sort of brain surgery and come out as big spenders and then just drop 500 million in the next 10 days. That's and then everything can be back on track. But in terms of reality, I think that Pochettino's probably is the guy that gets me more excited than anything else right now.
Poor pass, I think, from Højbjerg there. He put Romero in trouble.
I've got a bad feeling about Willian tonight.
Yeah, he's been playing well recently. Poor ball in from whoever it was. I think it was who's on their Pereira there. Big up, loves music, my friend. And if Conte were to go, believe me, I'm Conte in. At least loves music. I think Sean is definitely leaning more towards Conte out, especially if his head and his heart is not in it. I think that's how Sean feels. But if it had to come to it, I'm starting to lean more towards Pochettino, that's for sure. But good. Oh.
Get there! Win it, Decky! Oh, come on, bro.
So close to breaking out there. So close to breaking the press. The away support is amazing, say a lot of the people in the chat. Can you hear that, Sean?
Yeah.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear.
Let me get a little bit more noise on that. I thought they were Fulham singing, but they're not. I'm not sure. I can't make out the song that they're singing.
Paddy Higgins is saying the away fans are bossing it. Zoe said it before, and a couple of people heard it as well. And then Carl Higgins saying it too.
Oh, no.
There.
Get rid of it! Well done, Ben Davis. Well done, Ben Davis. Cross comes in.
Come on, Sonny. Take time.
Handball.
Drive,
Let's go, Sonny. Make the call. Oh, bro.
You get it out of your feet, lad.
Sonny!
There's so much time there. Ball. Thank you, Hugo.
Oh.
Not a bad parry. Emerson, you got time. Fuck's sake, you
have
time as well.
Boys. Wakey, fucking wakey.
Jesus,
what are you doing, Sonny? You're just like the sloppiness there, bro. What is that, my man? What is that? Jesus Christ.
Everybody's loving the away section. Big up to them.
Why are you doing that in that zone, Sonny? Your first thought does not have to be dribble every time you get the fucking ball. You're in our own final third. Just find a relief. You've got the ball from a breakdown. Just find someone to pass it to. He's head down. He's become a head down player. It's so annoying. I don't know what is going on with this guy.
10 minutes in, Sean. I feel like Spurs, I don't know. It's nothing too brilliant from either.
Done nothing, have we?
Nothing. I don't think Fulham have either, to be fair. They had a good shot there, let's be honest, but Lloris should be saving that.
Yeah.
Like he did. Spurs at the moment just clearing their lines. It's hard, but I don't know. We're trying to break the press, but it's been a loose touch or it's been a loose pass. It's hard to say. Let's see if they get into some momentum here. Moonhead? That looks sketchy. Did not look confident there.
Come on. Put the ball down.
Romero!
Oh my God, Romero! What are you doing?
Thank you, Pierre.
Done. Oh, Jesus Christ. Højbjerg.
It's not a bad
foul.
Well
done, Højbjerg. It's not your fault, mate.
It's not
your fault, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's not his fault.
What the hell are you doing, Romero?
Like you said, Sean, wakey, please, boys.
Jesus Christ. What is going on with this team?
Come on, Romero. Jeez, bro.
You forgot to play football.
All right, he won that one cleanly. And then, well done, Pierre. Well done, Pierre. Thank you, sir.
Right. That's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Tactical free kick. That's fine, but...
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, sir.
It's a long way out to have a shot. That's 30 yards for Pereira. 0 zero excuses here, Hugo. You've got about a minute and a half after the ball is struck before it gets anywhere near you. Like, oh, well done.
Oh, he catches it. Well done, Hugo.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, getting it launched here like he seems to do every time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Getting it launched with the
Oh my
fuck's
God.
sake.
Paratici.
Wow. Bro. Oh no! I mean, Decor may he's got.
Did he put his
maybe an
hand up?
excuse there. Yeah, he threw his hand up, so maybe he gets an excuse there. I guess.
But did it hit his hand or?
Maybe I'm not sure. If it did, he should get a yellow card for that.
He should get a yellow, shouldn't he? That's hilarious. Even I could do better than that. Come on, Pierre.
Come on,
Let's
Pierre.
turn and run. Turn and face. Let's go.
Nice, Pierre.
Sonny.
Lovely,
good work,
Sonny.
Sonny. That's good, Sonny. Come on, boy.
Okay. Low. Lovely low.
The press. Face the press. Get back and support the press.
Okay. Emerson.
Yes,
Nice job, Moonhead. Way to help out, son.
Come on, Decky.
Yes, he's got Kane in behind. Back post. Oh.
Come on, Tottenham.
Yeah, Parasitic back post there, Shawnee.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on, you Spurs. I can hear, all I can hear in my earphones, mate, is the Tottenham away end. Brilliant support from them tonight.
That's good to hear. That really is good to hear.
Oh, come on. Who's taking it? Perisic? Perry?
Yes, he is. With that big left
Get
foot.
a cheeky assist now, bro. You owe us for Thursday night. Back
post. Ooh, no one there.
Shoot, Højbjerg! Oh, no! That was so bad.
That hit Ben Davies' left foot. I feel like he could do better there. He could do better there.
That's so bad. He's had a shot and he's ended up crossing it almost horizontally.
Ugh. Not a striker, I guess. God. If that was Davinson Sanchez, he would have actually banged that in.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, Koulibaly.
Sanchez is brilliant away from his own box.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Thomas Partey gets that opportunity and he smashes the crossbar. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg gets it and he barely makes it, almost a progressive pass.
Yeah. Earlier in the season, maybe Pierre bangs that, but he hasn't. Come on, lads. Spurs kind of taking their organized shape here. Win this, Mo.
Best header of the ball in the team. Come on, Mo. Oh, you're getting run past there by Willian. Snap it out. That's not a free kick.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go, Tottenham.
Drive, Mo. Oh, shit.
You're looking for Harry Kane. Oh, my God.
And Pierre steps out and.
Let's go now.
Lovely Højbjerg. Thank you, Højbjerg.
Sir! Come on, Benz. Let's go. We'll deal with that in a minute. Come on, Perisic. Look for the right move. Don't pass it back, bro. For the love of God.
No. They're calling it injury. And he's giving a yellow card. For once, I'm loving Paul Tierney at the moment right now, Sean, because for once, we actually have given a yellow card advantage. I feel like that never happens, where I feel like we always see them give advantage, but they always keep forgetting to give them the yellow card, like Odegaard in the first North London derby, and you know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's gone right through. Højbjerg. Ellie, close your eyes. Ellie, close your eyes.
Fucking hell, who did that?
Palhinha. He's a very aggressive defender, if you've ever seen him.
Dirty bastard.
He's very fucking aggressive. That's a very big early yellow, says Tyler. Absolutely right. That is a big yellow. I hope he's on one. I hope the referee knows. I hope referees keep an eye on him after that. Emerson's limping a little bit at the moment.
Wow. Palhinha apparently has got the most amount of tackles in the Premier League.
Yeah, and FB ref Sean, he's in the top percentile. I think he's getting like 5.65 or something like that.
Well, he can't make any more like that.
Getting over like 5 per 90, which is ridiculous.
That'd be lovely to get a cheeky red card in the first half.
Oh, especially getting him out of the team. He's been like one of the reasons they've been so brilliant this season too.
That's
A
nice
nice
from
pass from
Davies.
Davies. Højbjerg, why are you
Oh,
passing
come
backwards,
on.
mate?
What are you doing
Turn.
there,
Højbjerg,
bro?
you can turn there,
Just giving the
lad.
ball away, Pierre. For fuck's sake,
Turn,
mate.
lad. No, it's around you. You can turn there. Someone else has to tell him that he can turn. But he's got to know himself. Come on, son.
Fulham have won the ball off us 6 times in the final third in the first 17 minutes. It's madness. Come on, Tottenham. Oh, what are you doing there, Ben Davies? Just getting absolutely... Oh, Eric Dyer.
Please, bro. Why are you getting bullied like that?
Eric Dyer.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, they're pressing us like a absolute pack of hyenas at the moment.
Feels like at first, they weren't engaging with that press only until now, or I don't know.
No, they're doing it very, very well. It's like selective pressing, but it's very effective. Just coming after it. I love that. I love the sound of that noise there, Jack. I love the sound of that noise, bro.
Come on, Kulu.
Let's go.
Get stuck, son.
Let's go. Win it. Win it.
Get stuck again.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
He's got to be on. Please be on. Fuck's sake. Too heavy.
I think he was offside anyway.
It looked a mile offside, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you drinking? What you got there?
A little reluctant because I don't really like, what the company sort of stands for in certain things, because they're kind of cheap because they have a nice beer. It's Yangling, that's what I'm drinking. It's one of the cheaper ones.
Yangling. Is that Chinese beer, is it?
No, Yangling is it's a Pennsylvania beer.
Oh, Pennsylvania beer. Okay. Sounds like it's Asian.
Don't want to bring politics into this, so I'm shutting up after.
Fair enough. Oh no! Oh, the save! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, well done, Hugo. Oh, come on! What is going on, Tottenham? This is the same old fucking bollocks. Same old bollocks. It's too easy.
Fuck.
Perisic cut aside too easily. Playing the ball back. Cross comes in. It's delicate. Eric
Jesus
Dyer,
Christ. How is Moonhead missing that?
Eric Dyer.
He's got all day, Sean. That's like his actual typical mistake, I think, is when he has all day to read it and he somehow still misses it.
If that ball is an inch to the left or to the right of that, we're 1-0 down after 20 minutes and the same old fucking shit.
What I do like about the Yangling...
didn't make a good save. It was hit straight towards him. So
what I do like about the Yangling, though, is they are one of the oldest, like someone said, one of the oldest breweries. And I think when they're still independent, they're not like part of the big, trio of whatever. So got to give them credit for that at the end of the day.
Okay. Is it beer? Lager, is it?
Yeah, Moosehead is it's like an amber lager.
Nice. I'm furious. I'm furious. They're all over us. This is insane. Come on, wakey!
Jesus,
oh my good God! Come on, Ivan Perisic.
Cutting inside
good job. For the love of
Marshall
God,
him out.
Tottenham.
Come on. He whips it in. Clear. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo.
Well done, Emerson Royale. Let's go. Well done, Decky. 1-2. Find the pass, Dex.
God, you really would almost put Emerson in the center back just because he would clear his lines more.
And you could put Decky at right wing back. You could put Decky at right wing back as well, by the way.
Or I would just move
them all across.
Just put Doherty there and just see if you can get away with maybe both of them not getting injured.
Decky is so calm though when the ball comes to him. He's so strong and calm. He can play anywhere.
But watching Eric Dyer always kind of let those balls kind of go to someone else. Like he'd rather someone else take care of it most of the time. It seems like Eric Dyer. He's reluctant to clear it, whereas Emerson seems always just clears it no matter what. He's very old school about it, I would say. If you are to credit Emerson with anything, he's very old school about that sort of thing.
Great in the air. I'll credit him with that.
But he's eager to put his head on it. He's not going to leave it to someone else, it usually seems like.
100%. 100%. Let's go, Ben.
Fine, Mo. He's right.
Wide up. Oh, my God, mate.
Come on, lads.
What is that, bro? The hell are you doing? Oh, now Højbjerg's just been absolutely walked past. You've been walked past, bro. Get back. Stop. Why are you dribbling?
Willian's in behind here. Please. Top of the box.
We're getting ripped to pieces by fucking Fulham.
Sonny, step up. Sonny. Fuck.
Oh, my good God. Tottenham. Wake up. Oh my God, even fucking Decky's getting blocked off by Willian. For the love of fucking God. Tottenham, wake up. Wake up. For fuck's sake.
Pinging it
Fucking
around right
hell,
now.
Jack.
Kenny Tete here. They're pinging it around now. Like it's just classic Spurs where we start sort of well and then just give the rest of the half to them, it seems like. All right, please have some composure here, lads. Please don't give it away. I swear to fucking God. Thank you. Please, can we have some composure here? Let's just ping it around. Let's get the ball on our feet here. Let's just pass the ball around here. I actually want to see some fucking sideways passing because I want to see them actually just control the ball for a little bit. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck, mate? Where's that? Like, I haven't seen Harry. Has Harry Kane touched the ball in the last 15 fucking minutes?
Well, just that Fulham, I feel like, have had it the last 10 or 15 minutes, Sean. I'm not sure the possession stats.
Bentancur, do something, bro. You're supposed to be the
Bentancur has not
fucking
been on it.
magnet. You're supposed to be the magnet. Move into space, Bentancur. You're walking, bro. You're fucking walking. Move. Let's go,
Thank
Sonny.
you, Sonny. Good
Let's
turn,
go,
lad.
Sonny.
Thank
Oh,
you,
Jesus
sir.
Christ!
Sir! Oh, give us the advantage there, ref.
Fucking hell! You're so lucky that was given as a free kick, bro. Oh,
That was a good
fucking
pass into whoever he did after that, I think, Sean. I think that he turned well there. Turned well there.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. It was still a loose pass. After he turned, he got fouled, but the ball that he passed wasn't where it was supposed to go. Let's go. Oh, my good fucking God. What is that? Is that Højbjerg again? That was Højbjerg again. Just passed the ball into no man's land.
Give it back to Leno. Oh, they're surging here. Pereira.
Where are we?
Pereira. Oh, he's found Mitrovic. Jesus. Good clearance from Moonhead. Thank you.
Christ.
Win this, Romero. Jeez, how's Willian bullying everybody?
Hell.
Kulusevski there. Find Sonny. Sonny.
Oh, Jesus.
Bentancur. Thank you. Romero, please. Oh, give it up. Hugo, why do you always launch? He's launched every time.
Bro.
Dude, you have passes available. Why are you launching it every time? He just doesn't want to make mistakes anymore. He just wants to launch it every time so he doesn't get caught for a mistake.
What the hell is going on? I've never seen.
He has an easy pass to Ben Davies there. Clear this, please. Oh Mitrovic. God.
We are all over the place. We are all over the place. I don't care that Mitrovic was offside when that ball came in. We are all over the fucking shop. Bentancur, non-existent.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to step up. The midfield needs to step up. Yeah.
A pair of them. They're being walked past. Walked past.
Yes, there you are, Sonny. Jesus,
Sonny.
Take a touch, lad.
Fuck hell, mate.
Get their MO.
Give me that MO. Fuck. Oh, my God.
Anthony Robinson, and he whips it in. It's over Reed's head.
If he was careful, then he could. If he took his time, then he could have looked up and seen. Oh, get rid of it!
Oh, clear.
Take your time.
It's just they're passing it on in the next one. Thank you, Sonny. Sir!
Oh, God! What is going on? It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Second to everything.
Willian pings it. Reed's in behind. On the wing, right wing. Finds it into Harrison Reed. Kenny Tete cuts inside Sonny. Palhinha. Tete, collect Hugo. Please don't get it launched. Please, for fuck's sake, hold on to it. Please, for fuck's sake, just hold on to it. Thank you, Bento. Romero, you got time here, lad. Someone, Kulu, thank you, drop. Fuck's sake.
Win it,
So
play it
difficult for
forward.
us to even be open
Let's
for each
go,
other. Like,
Decky.
no
Let's
one's open
go.
for
Let's
each other.
go. Oh.
No one's open for each other. Harry's got to drop deeper, I think, in order to get into the game either. He hasn't had touch of the
Wrong
ball.
formation. It's the wrong. We need the two men in midfield are anonymous. There shouldn't be two there. There needs to be three there. It's pathetic. Sonny completely irrelevant. Harry Kane staying too far north, needs to come south a little bit to support the gap. We're getting bullied off the ball in the
Romero, good
midfield. We're getting
clearance. All
bullied
right,
in the air at
Kulu.
the top. Let's
Come
go,
on, Sonny.
Sonny.
Drive,
Let's
lad.
go, Sonny.
Sir! He's
Let's
dragged there.
start the fucking
Ref!
game. There's 5 men around him.
Sir! He was pulled
Oh, you're
back
not
there.
even gonna. You're having a fucking laugh, ref.
He's giving him a yellow card, it looks. Thank you, sir.
You just stopped a really good opportunity, though, bro. There's nothing right about this formation, Jack. There's nothing right about this early setup, mate.
Yeah.
There's 5 people. Whenever Tottenham get the ball, oh Jesus Christ, Sonny's just laid his foot on that Tete.
Jeez.
Who was the yellow card to?
It was to Sonny.
Oh, the yellow card was to Sonny.
I feel like he was pulled back though. I feel like they pulled his kit before that. I feel like that. I mean, it's kind of asking for it, but I don't know. I think Kulusevski and Harry Kane need to do a better job of dropping deep and getting into the game. I feel like sometimes there are no passes available to anybody. We have 3 forwards up top. One of them's got to drop deep and get into some space between the midfield. Well done, Emma.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucked off.
Fuck off, referee. What are you talking about? They're faster than us.
There's no other way of dealing with Mitrovic either.
Man for man, they're moving faster than us. We're jogging or walking. They're galloping or like, I'm not sure what's faster than a gallop, but Jack, it's all we're at sea, mate. We are all at sea. There's nothing here. We're getting beaten in the air up the top. We're getting.
I just don't even think we can't even pass the ball around. Like it feels like from side to side. Like even if there were 11 men, like just 11 men on the pitch, just ourselves, it feels like we would give it away if there weren't even any defenders.
You're right. You're right. We're hanging on.
Clear, please. Thank you, Paratici.
I mean, you do that.
Get there, Kulu.
It's the pace in which we break as well.
I think you are right, though. I think we're just a step behind, or just doesn't feel like we have that for that energy at the moment. That drive. Thank you, Pierre.
Let's go, Bents. Oh, what sort of fucking pass is that, bro? Jesus fucking Christ, mate! What are you doing? What are you doing? What chance do we have?
Oh, well done, Pierre. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you, Pierre.
Let's
lovely,
go, Pierre.
son.
Let's go.
Lovely, Højbjerg. Absolutely lovely.
No, you're going to run it yourself, are you, bro? You're going to do it.
Thank you, Kulu.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there.
Textbook defending.
Good pass. It's a good move by Spurs. It's the only good move we've really had. Well, good work from Højbjerg. Absolutely lovely.
That's the first. Well done, Højbjerg. First thing you've done.
It's the only good move we've had, Sean.
It was good from Sonny. Let's have a look at that. Can we see the close up of that, please? Can we see the close up of that, please, on Kulu? Can we see the close up of that? Oh!
Ooh, smacks him hard there. I would say he does smack him pretty hard there, sir. Kulu, I guess, is still down. I bet VAR has looked at it already. I don't think that is a pen, to be fair, but he did smack him quite hard. I don't think it is a pen, but he did smack him.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, mate.
No worries.
1 second.
No worries. I would say Paul Tierney's, for the most part, I mean, he's definitely been a better ref than what we've had before. Why are they still looking back at the Sonny one? Are they thinking it was a red card or something? What are they thinking about the Sonny one? Why are they looking back at the Sonny one? Does anybody know? Is it because they think it's a red card? Are they thinking Sonny got away with the one? Let me know in the chat, please. Spurs are still waiting for Kulusevski here. I just think we have to actually get some strings of passes here together, everybody. We actually need to be able to find some sort of type of rhythm here, some sort of type of tempo, and it's going to need to also depend on Pierre and Rodrigo as well to be able to get into the game because neither have been good. It feels like when one gives the pass off to the other, even when one does well, the other then follows up with a poor pass or giving the ball to the wrong person. It seems like when they're trying to build out play just need to get some actual tempo here in my eyes. Need to actually get some real rhythm into the game because we can't even seem to string any passes together, like I said before, even if there weren't any players on the pitch. Perisic into Sonny. Well done
Let's
from
go.
Bento. Lovely Harry. Please, Harry.
Come on, Harry.
Find him. Play him, Harry. Fuck's sake.
Oh!
Play him, Sonny. Play him, Harry. You got Kulu in behind. Good hit though, Harry. But it's just it's got to play him there. It's got to pass there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Anthony Robinson defended that well, but I feel like he's got to play that.
Last couple of minutes though, Jack. We've
had two good moves after that. There, Shawnee.
Maybe it's transitional. Maybe we're starting to get a foothold. I'm okay with it, but the first 30 minutes have been absolutely dross, abysmal, abject, and disgustingly frustrating for my like. But last couple of minutes, we've got the ball down, and thank God Pierre-Emile Højbjerg hopefully can take that little moment where he spun the player very well there. Maybe that can give him some confidence because if Bentancur and Højbjerg continue to be walked all over like beans on toast, then we're going to have no chance in this game. But if he can get a stranglehold, hopefully Bentancur can feed off of that, and maybe we can turn something into something positive. But it's been a terrible start to the game, mate. The first half an hour has been bloody annoying.
Yes. I feel like we've had a lot of stoppages of play. Hopefully we can actually take advantage of it. Maybe it's taken some sting out of Fulham here.
Do you know how much difference if we could get in one centre back that was ball playing like Longley, but that had the pace,
like a man mountain as well, though, to be able to clear some of these. Yeah,
and we could move to a back four, right? You could move to a back four. You could play Sessegnon on left back. You could maybe put Emerson Royal at right back.
It's how you just can't put a price then. It's just these players like Gavardiol, you then would in that logic, it's like you can't really put a price on them then because you just know what they would bring to your defense. But, lovely from Kulusevski. Absolutely. Hacked him down there.
That's the second one from Pereira. Have a word, ref, please. It's the third, I think, actually. I think that's the third. Yeah, Jack, I make you right, bro. Like, I don't know why we're not linked with any centre backs. I don't know. I've got no idea why Conte said we don't need any centre backs. I don't know. I've got no idea because it's not having that ball playing pacey centre back who can play in the four kills us. It kills us in every game. Yeah.
Turn Perisic. Oh, it's a poor pass. I feel like we just
honestly
sometimes we're going for too audacious passes as well as Shawnee in certain moments.
Yeah.
Like it's just not even there, and it's like we just force it.
I agree.
And it's not even like we're forcing it when we're in the final third. Like we're forcing it in our own half.
Oh, let's go.
Well done.
Come on, Decky. Come on, Decky.
Son. Keep driving, Sonny.
In the weight room. Do it yourself. Get the corner kick. It's a corner for us. That's our ball. Let's go.
Oh, lovely.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ammo.
Let's go. Oh, the shot save. Let's go, Todd. That's better. That's better, boys. That's better. Decky. It's all about Emerson. Decky. It's all about Decky, though. Because the corner kick was coming our way anyway.
Lovely read off of the flag as well. Lovely read off of the flag.
Little 1-2. Little 1-2 off the flag. Tell you what, though.
It felt like he almost knew it was going to bounce off. It was gorgeous.
Jacko. Emerson Royal scores his first, I think it was his first goal, second goal for Tottenham.
He scores one goal a year.
Thursday night.
Two.
He scores one on Thursday. Now suddenly he's got the ability to do shots on target. It's amazing. Come on, the MO. Come on, the MO.
Thought maybe he already got his yearly goal. I thought he already got his annual goal. Here he
Imagine
is.
if he scored one there.
Perisic.
Let's do it one more time, Perry.
Near post. I think Moonhead got something on it.
Is that Ream? Is that Ream that
I
put it
think he
away?
just put
Yeah.
it away. Moonhead's must have thought he must have won that.
Come on, Perry. Get that 19th assist of the season. Back post this time. It's in there.
Keeper's all over that.
Too easy for Leno.
They're trying to break here. Win this, Højbjerg. Lovely Højbjerg.
That's it, Tottenham. We're getting
Lovely
into the game
Højbjerg.
now. This is better. We're better now. We've got a stranglehold here,
Come
Jacko.
on, lads.
Let's go, Tottenham.
Sir, they're just killing him, ref.
We're going to get a little yellow card there, little cheeky.
Just killing us here, ref. Find Emerson. Bentancur.
We're getting into the game here, mate. This is important.
Mm-hmm.
Important as we approach the end of the first half.
Romero, you got men there. Oh, fuck. Don't give it back to Hugo. That's what happens.
Oh, don't lose those headers. Come on.
Come on, Romero.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Let's go. Well done.
Drive Emerson.
Drive
Emerson.
Go,
Drive Emerson. Drive Emerson.
Oh, go on, Emo.
It's all right, lad. It's all right, lad.
Wowzers. Done well there. You're on a warning, sir. You're on a warning, mate. Come on, Eric Dyer. Move for him. We're all so static. Everybody is standing still. Oh, my God. Bentancur. Come on, mate.
Thank you, Bento. Lovely Bento.
That's fine, Sonny.
Sonny, sir. Lovely Bento.
One more time.
Someone hold it up. Sonny, keep going. Oh, he's under pressure. Kulusevski. Oh, how did they get out of that? Fuck. Oh, how did they get out of that?
Press them. Press.
Oh.
Sonny, come on, mate. You got to fucking be...
He's a bit of a princess when it comes to defending.
He just doesn't... There's no... Come on, Sonny. Win the header. No, it's beaten. Certainly taking the sting out of Fulham's passing a little bit now, mate. We've got some sort of stranglehold back in the game, but it's same old problems. Bentancur's been generally awful. I've got to be honest. Where's the bright sparks right now? Decky?
Feels like we've been better this, we're ending the half. We're ending the half, at least to the degree right now. Let's see if we can end this half as the better team.
Oh,
fuck's sake, Bento. That's a bad giveaway. Oh,
awful,
fuck,
mate.
no. Lilian, thank you, Hugo. Clear. Thank you, Højbjerg. Fuck's sake. Bentancur, he's just not been Bentancur today. He really hasn't been. He's just been poor. He's got to go backwards there. It's maybe a bit of a hospital from Paratici, but it's defending Bentancur too much there. He's got to go backwards.
Brilliant. Step up. Step up. Oh, my God.
He's trampling all over him. Doesn't need to do that.
It's just awful.
It's a good free kick situation for them too as well. Just playing ourselves into trouble here.
Oh, this is what Mitrovic gets up. He gets out of bed for this sort of stuff, doesn't he?
Playing ourselves into trouble here.
For the love of God, please just get through to half-time 0-0.
Set pieces as well. Struggle from these.
I didn't know Tottenham have had the most headed goals this season. That's crazy.
Struggle defending these is what I mean. Ball in. Fuck, free header.
Oh my God.
Should have scored. They should have scored.
They had 2 men on that one, mate.
One of them should have scored. Pick your. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
God. And that was Bentancur that was playing them on side, by the way. Look at the hand holding. Look at the shirt pulling.
Oh, fuck.
Bentancur makes the early run, plays all of them on side. Bentancur, I've got to be honest, I'm very disappointed with him. Let's go. Come on, Harry. Come on, Sonny.
Drive, Sonny. Drive, Sonny.
No, drive, Sonny. Drive. Do what you used to do, bro. Oh. Fucking hell, man.
Just know how it's going to end. Well done, Højbjerg. Thank you, Højbjerg. Great header. Bentancur.
So
Thank you, Emerson. Lovely touch.
Oh,
lovely. Oh, lovely.
When the...
Oh, free kick. Thank you, sir. Lovely bit of skill from Emerson.
It's a yellow card then, isn't it? It's got to be a yellow card then, mate.
Lovely bit of skill from Emerson.
Yeah, Emerson was delicious.
Oh, and a foul as well. Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a yellow then. Oh, get over it yourself, Reem. Who's taking this? It's Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Oh, it's Eric Dyer. Is Eric Dyer or Harry Kane doing it? Oh, it's Harry Kane.
Perisic,
it's
maybe
pathetic.
Too.
It's so pathetic.
No.
Harry Kane. I'm sure that the guys in the comments are a minute ahead of us. It must be the reason
why there's contract extension rumors is because they've just said, you know what, we'll let you take all the free kicks in perpetuity. And he's like, you know what, stay at Spurs then. That's what he probably thought. He'll stay at Spurs if he gets to take the rest of the free kicks.
It's a joke, mate. It's an absolute fucking joke.
Here he is. Into the
wall.
Fuck
off! Fuck off, Harry Kane. I love you, bro. But why are you doing that? You can't fucking take a spot kick. You cannot take it unless it's just directly in front of the goal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Sonny.
Oh. Get there, Emerson. Thank you. Clean.
Well done, Emerson. Well done.
Perisic. Nice. Oh,
yeah,
yes, Emerson.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh. Good try. Yes, Bento. Perisic. Højbjerg. Okay.
Have you got people coming in at half time, Jack?
Yeah, Wes and Michael. Definitely Michael.
Awesome. I've got nothing to say, mate, so I want to hear what they've got to say about this game.
I feel like we've been a better team in this, towards the end of the second half, Sean. And I think we have
10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes, yeah.
I don't even know if Fulham, it's hard to say. I feel like both have been poor in their own right. Especially they're the home team.
Let's go!
Lovely!
Oh, fucking hell, Bentancur! You've been awful, mate. You have been awful, bro.
Win that. Thank you, Højbjerg. Fucking hell, lad. Clean it up.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Mo.
Mo. Kulusevski, can we get a goal here?
Becky. Corner. Come on, Tottenham! Come on, boys!
I feel like 3 minutes, Sean. Sean, 3 minutes is... I feel like it should be 5 or 6. There's been so many stoppages of play.
Mate, I'm happy to
Kulusevski.
Let's go! Let's go!
Yes.
Oh!
Højbjerg.
Fucking confident, little Emerson Royale there. Super confident.
Sonny.
Let's do it!
Harry.
Let's do it! Harry Kane! Yeah!
Right at the end of half time!
What the hell?
Sean, where did that come from? Against the round of play at the end of halftime.
Fuck off. Tottenham, you are so frustrating. I love you with all my heart.
It's almost
you
like...
You are so annoying.
It's almost like the narrative of Conte's team. They just wait to score in these moments and then, hold on to the second.
Oh my God.
Gorgeous finish from Harry. Gorgeous finish from Harry. Sonny driving it forward into Harry Kane. Oh, it's almost like in the Preston game, Sean. He just saves our asses here, Harry Kane. Just saved our fucking asses here. Gorgeous finish. I don't even think that takes a deflection.
What will we do without him, Jack?
give him anything he wants. Give him anything he wants. Harry Kane saving our asses again.
Oh my God. He's equaled the record, right? He's equaled Jimmy Greaves' record. Congratulations, Mr.
He's
Harry
equaled
Kane.
it. That's ridiculous. Big up to the big H. Harry fucking Class A Kane. Welcome to the record book, says David Harris. Absolutely right. And he's showing him the weight room right now as well. Fuck.
I'm still not happy, mate. I'm not satisfied. I'm sorry. I mean,
Shawnee, I'm going to get to this, but I feel like
Yeah.
this is the first time we've ever seen the supposed tactic of, like, you know, keeping compact, keeping composed in the first half, seeing if you can nick a goal and then be the better team in the second
but I
half. This
don't
is
think
probably the first game this season where we maybe achieved that.
I don't think we've been compact in the first half an hour, mate. We've been cut through, and the midfield was cut through like a knife
I
through
think we've
hot
cut through
butter.
them on a few occasions, though, as well. It's not like they've, I think, torn apart us as much as other teams have. Harry Kane here, though. And we've been the better team, I think, this last.
They haven't torn apart our defense, but they've torn it through our midfield. Like it's almost like you've got the bank of back five that sits there and tidies up, but the rest of them up four, the front five have been just like in the first half an hour have been absolutely nowhere. Look, better last 15 minutes. Unbelievable turn of fortune. I don't think we deserve to be 1-0 up. I'll take it. Harry Kane is obviously our legend. You know, congratulations on equaling the record, but I'll hand over to the other two guys to let them.
No, Sean, I'm just going to give you kind of your sort of, your thoughts, and then I have to sort of kind of bring them in and everything. But
Oh,
for
okay.
me, and then I'll get them in. But I don't know, like that's how I sort of see it, Sean. You might disagree with me here, but I mean, we didn't play like spectacularly well. I'm not saying that we did, but sort of the narrative that a lot of people have tried to use to try to maybe explain maybe the tactic around how Spurs have played this season is that they're going to try to be kind of dogged. They're going to try to be, maybe tough, and sort of survive the first half as best they can. Maybe they can nick a goal and then they can sort of take it away from there and be the better team in the second half using their fitness and using those sort of things that Conte's been working with them on in preseason and things like that. And that hasn't actually really been, that's the supposed theory that everybody's come up with, but we've never really seen it, I think, too often actually work out for us or actually come to fruition. But maybe this time it actually has. It's kind of maybe.
Listen, before you bring them in, last thing I'll say is I hear what you're saying. I understand the philosophy and the theory behind it, the hypothesis, but I just don't think this played out in reality. I think that we've been bullied and beaten. Like I think in the first 5 minutes, Eric Dyer tried to lay a mark on Mitrovic, but in the end, down our right hand side, Perisic has been torn and twisted inside and out by that Dekova Reed, whatever his name is. They've been whipping balls in. Mitrovic has had 2 or 3 headers that on another day could have gone a different direction. Hugo's had to make 3 saves, 3 comfortable saves. But if you remember, one of them, if it was an inch to the left, inch to the right, we'd be 1-0 down in the 17th minute. There was 2 or 3 others as well. I'm delighted that we're 1-0 up. I don't think we deserve to be 1-0 up. And I don't think that this has been a good performance. I think we came back into the game by hook or by crook in the last 10 minutes. But on another day, we could easily have been 2-0 down already. I think that Fulham dominated us for the first half an hour. And I think our midfield was cut through time and time again. I'm unimpressed. I'm not happy. I'm happy we're up, but I'm not happy with the way we've gone about it.
Yeah. Wes, I'm going to bring you in first. Then I'm going to go to Michael next. Shawnee, get yourself a drink or anything, or, collect your thoughts, whatever you need.
Yeah,
Dark Sun G
says, I'll sit back and watch. Yeah.
Sonny's got an assist because of Kane's epic goal. Come on, you Spurs. I mean, saved our asses yet again, Harry Kane, hasn't he, Wes?
You got me muted.
Sorry,
you got me on now? Okay.
Yeah, all good to go.
Like at this point, this is how I'm pretty much treating how we play every day because there's no way Conte is gonna, this board ain't gonna change our whole team is not gonna change. Some of these players we're gonna have to keep and use for the next foreseeable future until somehow this club just starts spending loads of money for no reason. But so I'm treating it as I know we're gonna play poorly. I know it's gonna be pretty much a headache.
Yeah.
And, if we get a nick goal like how we just did, kind of off of luck a little bit, it was actually a good run of play. That was good passing and everything that led up to the goal. And Harry Kane just did a good turn.
I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's luck. I think you're just more, using
the
brilliant players that we have.
Yeah,
taking advantage of the fact that Harry is, that world class, that you can get a goal out of nothing. It really is a goal against the run of play, I'll be honest. I would be honest about that. but it is sort of what you do with a guy like Harry Kane. That's what he brings you. Is he'll get you that goal when you need it. That's what sort of those big players do.
Yeah, but I know that the first couple chances, like the one that came off of Kulu's flag, came out the flag, and then he was able to make a run, and then that was a good play by Royale to kind of take a shot. That was like probably our first good play, but that was off of luck a little bit. But yeah, that second one, yeah, that was just Kane being, Kane, which is not going to happen all the time. We can't just rely on that, but that's pretty much what we're going to have to rely on because we just don't got the players to fit this system, and this system ain't really for these players that we have currently, but our coach is going to persist on using it, so I'm expecting us to play like how we're playing. As you see, we got very bad passing. Nobody can control the ball. We only got one center back that can kind of dribble the ball and pass, and that's kind of Romero. Højbjerg to me has been the worst midfielder out there. I don't even think Bentancur has been the worst.
I think Bentancur, I disagree. I think Bentancur became better. Højbjerg became better in my opinion, Wes. I think Højbjerg all of a sudden started looking like a better one. I think Bentancur started to look worse, in my opinion. I think Bentancur gave it away far too often. Bentancur gave it away. You have to admit Bentancur gave it away a bit more.
But Højbjerg threw he passed 4 bad passes, 4 complete off-target passes that went straight to another player, and it went straight on a counterattack.
I think Bentancur and Højbjerg have been very poor, but I think Bentancur continued being pretty poor until the end of the first half. I don't think Højbjerg was that great either, but I think Bentancur was giving it away more often, at least in my opinion.
We're gonna have to disagree. Yeah, we're just gonna have to just agree to disagree because to me, I think it's
like the rock and the hard place. They've both been absolutely awful.
They've both been shit.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people give Højbjerg a pass because of his, I guess his CDM mentality or his mentality that people like. But for me, I haven't seen anything that tells me he should be playing the center mid role. He's more set for like if we play like a 3 in the midfield, he was the CDM, like a complete CDM, and he didn't do anything else. We know he can score goals if he is up front, but I haven't seen the other quality as a midfielder where he does great passing that leads to us going forward, or he can really dribble the ball past players. He's more of a straight up CDM, kind of player. And I just don't think him playing with just in 2 in midfield just works. And it kind of shows late. And I think because Bentancur is playing bad today, also, I think that kind of hides how bad Højbjerg is. But I've seen Højbjerg today. I've seen the passing he was doing. It's been completely off target. Like there would be something simple too, and it'd just be a simple pass, and he just can't make it on target to the next teammate. And that's the only thing I've seen. But I know Bentancur has been just as bad. But that's just what
I just think they're guilty of the same thing of what you're sort of describing there. Michael, second half FC, is it showing up today? And also 1-0 up. Do we do exactly what we did last time and bottle it, or is it Spurs are going to finally turn it around and actually be able to complete a 90 minutes here?
That's my worry that we only have one half of good football in us. So I guess if we used up our goal scoring,
this wasn't it, Michael.
But this can't have been it. Fuck me. I think Fulham absolutely ripped us to shreds for 40 minutes, and then suddenly we decided to wake up. Like I'm somewhere between like. It's hard to describe because since minute 40 up until the end of the half we were in complete control in my opinion, right? But that's 8 minutes out of 48 or whatever, right? That's not good enough. And listen, it's not like I expect Fulham to just bend over and let us have our way, right? But I think we were really sloppy in possession, and trust me when I say it, I think if we considered one of those chances, there were plenty, in my opinion, I think again heads will drop, and we will just lose all the confidence that we have, like the slimmers of confidence that we have left in this team, right? So yeah, I'm honestly sick of watching Paratici defend. It's absolutely shit that he let Fulham players do what was it, 5 crosses?
Yeah, it feels like any cross.
5 crosses.
Why not put him put him in Son's position, Michael?
Yeah,
exactly. I agree with that.
Let's not market the fact that Son got an assist. It's not due to his brilliance. It's due to Harry Kane being an absolutely world-class footballer, right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just a simple pass. Like it's not something that we should like be proud of that Sonny
We're
got
not
an assist,
celebrating
right?
Sonny
Mm.
today.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not doing
yeah.
that.
I'm just saying like in general, right? Because some people
Yeah, I
will
know.
now come out and say, "Oh, listen, Son has four goals and 3 assists this season in the Premier League. It's not that bad." No, it's shit. He was shit for this half. I like I personally, if Richarlison is fit enough, I would put him and Kane as a two up top and Kulusevski behind them, or even Richarlison in position of Son, or as you said, Shoni, I would put Perisic up top with
Yeah.
like on the left side. But then I really hate watching Sessegnon too.
I
So
really hate Sessegnon. Yeah.
Sessegnon can't do anything with the ball, but without the ball, he's okay.
It's hard to
He's better
say,
than
like with
Perisic.
Sessegnon.
yeah.
Like, could he come in and do a job defensively?
Yeah.
I'd probably say he might not, but if that's the
He
logic,
can. He
with
can.
with
You know
Perisic
he
you
can.
know, also when you're trying to ensure a win and ensure a lead, you have to take
Yeah,
off
they
probably
fired him.
Perisic eventually. You probably do have to take him off eventually to just make sure that he doesn't allow any further crosses, and just tell Sessegnon, listen, I know you're useless going forward. Just make sure that they just don't cause that much damage down the left, and that might actually be something Conte hopefully considers. But Adrian Chia saying, "Big up, lads, working hard on the second half second half script. Come on, you Spurs. I hope second half FC comes around, but this time after Man City, it's hard to know really, and it feels like second half FC hasn't even shown up in a long time." Jerome with a super chat. "Sorry, lads, I'm not celebrating it yet because the
Yeah.
football has been crap.
We did it last time.
Congratulations
We
to
did it
Kane,
last
though."
time. We celebrated too
Yeah,
early.
should we learn our lesson
God,
here,
yeah.
Wes and Michael
Yeah.
and Sean? Learn our lesson
Wow.
last time from Man City here.
I knew, I had a feeling for that game. I had a feeling that something was going to happen, and of course it did. You know, Man City was going to take over. They did like the first 10 minutes of the game, like always. And also on Son, I saw Son pretty much just walk after he after he got knocked off the ball like 2 or 3 times now. After I think that third time he got knocked off the ball when he tried to go for like a straight run, whatever. He kind of just started, walking. You know, that right there, if I saw that as a manager, I'd just get him off the game. You know, he needs to understand that his place ain't permanent.
Yeah.
He needs to understand his spot is not permanent. That
The walking. I'm glad
yeah, the
you spoke.
walking is killing
Glad you
me.
mentioned
The walking is
mate.
killing me. You just
It's
can't
all
do
of
that
them.
as a winger.
All of them are doing it, but it's not just him. It's not just him.
It's not
all
just
of them.
him though, but I seen him specifically just do that. Like Royale, to me, I think he's been actually trying. To me,
No, Royale's had a good
Royale
half.
was good.
Royale's actually had a good game. I'm actually
half
proud of
from
him.
Royale,
You know,
Yeah, on the
and
right hand
we
side,
got a
Royale and Becky have been the best.
Yeah.
two players
Even
on the pitch,
created,
in my
I would
opinion.
say, two of the best runs.
Yeah.
Royale had that nice
sure
little
has.
left-footed pass into Sonny. They fouled him
and
at
the
the top of the
shot, and the
box.
shot.
And
At
on
least
the
he's
left-hand
trying.
side, he was doing Perisic's job for him.
At least
I
he's-
get
At
a
least
little bit. I
he's
get a little bit concerned though, because he scored his goal last week against Man City. All of a sudden, he's now doing little tricky slide over,
Showing off to
front foot
Atletico,
passes.
maybe.
Yeah, he may be showing off a little too much. Yeah,
We'll
At
take
least
it.
he's
We need
trying.
it. We need
My thing
it
is,
right
at
now.
least
Whatever
he's
his
trying. At
rationale
least he's
is.
trying.
We'll
Like
take
that's the
it.
only thing that matters.
I think like an important thing to highlight again is that our right side is kind of solid when Kulusevski is there, and whichever wing back is there, I know they are not good enough, but they are at least
Kinda shores
putting
up.
in a shift, yeah, and they are like assured in that position. Whereas I think the whole of left side again is iffy as
Weak.
fuck. Son,
It's weak.
Perisic, both bad this game, and honestly, like I think that Davis also didn't like bask himself in glory for that half. It's
That left side is horrible. That left side is really,
yeah, like
really got my
and-
nerves because they look so flimsy. They look very
I
flimsy.
agree with you. I think there's actually it's been quite quiet actually down Fulham's left-hand side, because that's actually
Again,
the more
that's the
productive
third
side.
match in
It's
a
like
row. That's the
Willian
third
and
match in a
Anthony
row.
Robinson, two players I
Kulusevski-
actually rate. So
They both
Emerson and
Kulusevski
are doing
and
the
Royale
job.
can play defense. They actually try on defense. To me,
And they have
I don't
Romero
think
as
Son
well,
is
who's
putting
more
in.
solid.
Yeah, I don't think Son is putting in a shift to really focus hard on what Conte is asking him to do. If he did, I feel like he would be successful. But he has to really put his head to it and say, "Hey, let me listen to the manager. He's trying to tell me to do this. Let me do it and see what happens." To me, I don't think he's really putting his
He'd be
full
more
10
solid actually if you put Richie actually, because he would work harder defensively. He
Yeah.
would track back a bit more.
Oh yeah, I
He
know. Yeah,
he
Richie.
he wouldn't be scared to get stuck in. You're probably
Yeah.
right there, Wes.
Richie would. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
Big up there, Jerome, my man. DG with a super chat saying, "Just super chatting for the karma this time. Cheers." We need all the karma. And also, I think we learned our
totally do.
lesson last time, DG. And this was the same panel that made a fool of ourselves in the Man City game. I think we sort of mentioned it, like, can't
No,
get
we
ahead of
mentioned it.
ourselves here,
We,
lad,
we,
but
we were saying
Yeah,
that.
we
Yeah,
all
yeah, we
said it
were.
that
we
it's
were
We
not
still
weren't completely
buzzing.
like we weren't going crazy. Nah.
We were still buzzing, but I don't know. Maybe we didn't look that bad at the end of the day.
I mean,
They
it's
got
hard not to
DG.
buzz
We're
when
happy, of course. You know,
Yeah.
we scored 2 goals before, you know, in like pretty much what, 2 minutes. You know, we kind of have to be happy at least about that. But we couldn't see. Well, of course, as fans, we could probably see, but you know, we couldn't see them doing what they did to us in the first 10 minutes like that. You know, that not every team can just go out and do that. But of course, we know what we're going against.
Dark Sun G saying, in my opinion, I think we are a February through March type of team. The recent season,
Probably are.
we are really poor in the last week of December and all of through January. So I hope we go on a run when we win today. Come on, Dark Sun G. The win isn't there yet, my man. Absolutely not. Still so much work to be done. But
Sorry. Yeah.
second half FC, second half of the season FC, lads? Is that what Dark Sun G is kind of alluding
I
to?
don't know.
Maybe we're a second
I
half of the
just-
season
I-
FC.
That's what it looked like last two seasons.
Anybody want to
if I were
comment
to-
deeper on it? Yeah.
If I were to be honest, boys, I don't really give a shit what will happen in the league. Like the league matches for me are like they
Doesn't
come
matter
and
no
go.
more.
Whereas I will care about FA Cup and Champions League, and I know and I'm not expecting us to
It's a
win it
pipe
or
dream.
whatever, right? But at least if Conte is only staying here until summer, let us at least use him to the fullest and try to go for something.
Yeah.
Because we are not winning the Premier League. I don't care about top 4, top 6, whatever, right?
Okay.
Of course, it would be nice if we finish like in the top 6, because I want us to see play. I want us to see play. I want to see us play in Europe, right? But I don't matter at which tier. But at least like with FA Cup and Champions League, I want us to go for those games. So whereas right, like if we lose this game, I will be kind of upset, but it won't really ruin my day. But if they fucking lose to Preston, I'm going to be fuming. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
I agree with you.
I completely
I'm
agree.
with him.
That for
I'm with
me,
him.
that's our biggest game of the season is Preston North End away.
Jordan Stevens
crazy.
saying, watching paint dry for 40 minutes, we suddenly wake up for the last 5 minutes. Kane saving us yet again. Our passing is woeful. We are so sadly predictable. Last final comments here, Wes. I mean, do you agree with Jordan Stevens, Kane saving us, and honestly maybe being pretty drab for 40 minutes?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you our passing is horrible. We pass the ball so slow, and they will see the player they're about to pass to, but they just don't do it quick enough. They do a very slow, methodical pass. I'm like, why?
yeah, it's so
You know,
lazy.
Methodical
you're
and
playing
slowness.
the whole reason of a system is to already know where your teammate is in a system, especially when you've been playing the system for like 2 seasons now. You should already be knowing where your player is, so you can just pass to him. That's supposed to be the flow of it once you learn a system. But for some reason, we're so methodical. It's so weird because these players that got to the Premier League level, and you're playing like you're in League 2. It's so weird, and it frustrates me. It pretty much tells me like they done checked out or something. I don't know. A lot of these players done checked out, but you know what I mean. Like it's so frustrating for the see a player that got to you call yourself a Premier League player, and you're passing the ball like you're a third grader. Like, you know, I don't understand it, but I agree. I agree with you on we should be focused on, I'm only focused on the cup games. These league games, I give 2 craps about because we're not making it. We're not making no top 4. We'd be lucky if we stay at 5th.
Big up, Jordan, my man. Do appreciate it. And then
Like-
to you, Michael, last words for you here. Dark Sun G says, before these assists, Sonny was 4 goals and 2 assists last season. Around this time, he was 8 goals and 4 assists last season. He is 50% of the Sun we all knew. I hope Son can score a goal, then be subbed. Again, the heart and mind again, Shawnee as well, shown by Dark Sun G. Such a heart and mind kind of guy from him. But do you agree with him there that it is 50% Sonny capacity?
If I can say something quickly before I jump off, because like the half is like almost starting, right? So something positive and out of the blue. I don't know if we have exactly like the same pictures shown in the break between the halves, but like on our Polish stream, they show like a drawn picture of Craven Cottage, Craven Cottage, I think, right? It's like from above the river, showing London in the back. And I'm willing to say that's a lovely view, and that's a lovely stadium, and I'm honestly kind of like charmed by it. So
it's a charming stadium for sure.
Yeah, Craven Cottage is a pretty stadium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
So
the cottage as
that's
well.
my comment about the half. that
Okay,
we just
like the
watched.
cottage as well. I like the cottage as well. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Michael. We'll see you at full time, lads.
See you at full time. Bye.
Catch you later,
you.
boys.
See you,
Bye.
boys. Oh,
Ah,
no.
and then
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ, the high boot. That could be a penalty.
oh no. I think you're slightly ahead of me, Sean.
Am I? Okay, let me check up. Is that a high
Doesn't
boot?
look like it. They're appealing for it though, Sean.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking for it. But Dark Sun G said, "I hope Sonny can score a goal, then be subbed off." I just love that.
Yeah.
Actually, I do
Yeah,
hope he
yeah.
scores a goal as soon as possible, then gets subbed off as well. Dark Sun G, but Richie, I think Richie just needs to come off or come on and help
boys.
out. Actually, that that left hand side, like we said, is not doing well defensively. Maybe Richie could help it out a little bit. Big up, my man. And you're totally right on 50% capacity. It seems like. But at the same time, 4 goals and 2 assists. We know he can do a whole lot better. But let's hope he can turn it around from here on, my man. Let's hope we can turn it around. Big up, everybody. Keep hitting the like button while you're in here. And we do have it all synced up and everything for you guys. So really do appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the watch along.
Need a second goal. When was the last time we went into the second half 1-0 up and then got a second goal in the second half? That must have been September. Months and months and months ago. I can remember games we've come back. I can remember, obviously, Man City, we went 2-0 up in the first half. That was a rarity. Like, you have to go all the way back, probably. I'm not even sure if we did it against Aston Villa on the first game of the season. Or, sorry, Southampton on the first game of the season when we sort of took a lead and then surmounted on it in the second half or compounded on it. Not good. Let's go. Come on, Tottenham. Smart. Well done, Hugo. Get rid of it. Let's go, Tottenham. Harry Kane to break the record in the second half. Jack,
yeah,
what
let's
do you
get
think,
another
mate?
goal against the run of play from the Big H.
It's interesting. I wanted to bring it up when I saw the replay of the goal. There wasn't very many. It wasn't like a big celebration from Tottenham players.
It's probably because they didn't expect it. Let's be honest. You don't know.
It didn't really feel like anybody was like. There wasn't really like a massive team spirit. It wasn't like everybody was like, yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Especially when it was Harry Kane equaling the record, I would have thought that there would have been more camaraderie. Let's go, Emerson. Let's go, Harry. He's up for it now. I can tell he's up for it. Let's go, Decky. Win the ball. Win the ball, boy. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky.
All right. Come on, boys. Come on, Spurs. Let's finish this half, lads. Let's actually have a full 90 minutes for once, please. Start up the week right. Well done, Romero. Fuck off, Brad. I would say we have probably that's been our tactic all day today. It's just to climb over Romero. It's not a bad tactic, to be fair. Just don't let him jump. But he's winning a lot of these. I didn't even feel like we did much there. I felt like Romero was the one being fouled there. Even Conte feels the same way. Conte's throwing a sir. He's throwing a few sirs.
That's just Italian, sir. Hey, sir.
Senor. Oh, clear, please. Back post.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that'll do.
Moonhead is on the ground, it looks like.
Fulham players are furious. Love that. Love that.
It's a ball in from Andreas Pereira, it looked like. Whoever cleared it there, well done. I think it was Romero there. And then he rushed out to clear the cross. Romero, an absolute savage. That was a crucial clearance he actually had when it was bumbling around there.
Dyer's down there, is he?
Maybe he took a knock to the head. I'm not sure what happened there.
Bit of problems, bit of trouble. got an email from somebody telling me that they want me to do work right now, and I'm about to tell them to fuck right off.
Must be an Arsenal fan.
Tottenham. No, they're from America. They have no idea. They're like, Sean, send me that email that you were going to send me about that thing, and I'm like, yeah, no, not going to do that until at least another hour.
Someone put in the chat that it's Nuno. It looks like Nuno there. He's got a very similar beard line to what Nuno had. It's actually hilarious. It's like a paler Nuno.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the way the hair tucks
Nuno.
back under
Someone
his,
said
under his
Nuno
lips.
is massaging Dyer for fuck's sake. Dyer might be, yeah, he does look a little shaken up though. I feel like if concussion protocol, like it's hard to tell. I can't really even tell what happened to him. I don't know. I couldn't even see Sean. Did he take like an elbow or anything to the head?
I didn't see the detail. I think he just came over the top of him and something happened. I don't know, to be honest, mate. I was replying to the email.
No, absolutely fine. Seems like we're playing on here. Maybe Dyer will be thrown back on. Hugo sends it long.
It's nice. You know what, Jack, though? You know what's nice is we've escaped the curse of the first 5 minutes of the second half. We've got past that.
Oh,
by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
All we got to do, if we can stay in this
It's
game,
fair,
come on,
actually.
Romero. I love that from Romero. Fucking getting angry with I'm not sure who he's even shouting at, but I love it. Let's
Maybe
go.
screaming at the fans.
Yeah, he's screaming at somebody. We have to. I need to turn up that volume again. There we go.
Well done, Mo. What a header. Someone win that second
the
ball.
ball,
Get it under
boys.
control, Kulu.
It's supposed to be second half FC. Thus far, it's been Fulham FC. Come on.
Well done, Pierre. Great block, lad.
A lot of Tottenham noise from the crowd, but you know what? It's not difficult to drown out the Fulham faithful. To be honest, they're not exactly known for their noise, are they? Let's go.
Yeah,
Win that ball! Oh, come on, Bent. Let's go. Win it. That's it. Let's do it now.
Yes,
Harry, find
lovely
it.
turn,
Go,
Harry. Make
Go,
that run
Decky.
through the middle,
Look at
Sonny. Find
Look at
Emerson.
Oh, it's such a bad pass.
I think Sonny's got to make that run through the middle, but maybe he's just waiting at the back post.
That pass could have been better from Decky.
Absolutely right.
Let's go, Harry.
Harry trying to do too much.
It's all so lazy.
Well done, Romero.
Well done, Smash. Well done, Smash.
Very eager to smash Big Mitro.
I'd love to see him smash it. He's not on the yellow card, is he?
No, he's got to be careful, but at the same time, he has to be smashing. It's very hard. It's the fine balance of smashing that he needs to be doing.
I'd love it if he bought www.smash.com. Let's go!
Bentancur.
Win that! Oh, come on, boys! You got to fight for it. They can't walk away. Nice. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
Oh,
yes.
Lovely.
Yes,
Fuck's sake, Lolo. God, it's those passes that I just feel like the midfielders
too
are
clever.
being
Too tricky.
Yeah,
he's like
lazy
he's
passes to nobody after that. Come on, lads. Good pressure from Harry there. Good pressing. Don't let him out. Don't let him out.
Handle it.
Composure, please. Bring it down. Well done.
Well done,
Show him the
Bence.
weight
That's
room.
it. Good from you, Bence.
There you are, Pierre.
Nice,
Lovely, Pierre.
Nice, Højbjerg. Nice, Decky. Let's move now. You've slowed it down there a little bit, Decky, unnecessarily, but let's move. Let's go, Sonny, to Decky. Terrible first touch
from Sonny.
Decky.
Or bad touch from Decky, excuse me, from Decky. Come on, get under control, lad. Thank you, Mo.
Emerson.
Thank you, Mo.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Emerson's looking like a little bit of a flair player right now.
Yeah, save Emerson. I haven't seen that in the chat for some time.
God save the Emerson. Is that because he's royal? God save our Emerson. Long
it applies both ways, even when he's playing poorly. That's all. Save him from himself.
Let's go. Exactly. 100%. Let's go. Come on, find him. Oh,
It's just been a touch poor or a pass poor from Kulusevski in this half.
Shit.
Get it together here.
Figure it out.
Harrison Reed plays it out wide to Tete. Back post. Mitrovic. Thank you, Hugo.
Done, Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo. God, when you see a floating back post, there's only one man you're thinking, and it's fucking Big Mitro.
I don't mind that sort of floaty bollocks is fine all day long. But
well, he's the one that when they do like to whip it into the back post, because Mitrovic, if you've seen before, he kind of like, lingers back there. He kind of hides back there, and then he just climbs over whoever it may be. Well done, Romero. Lovely composure from Romero.
That's it. Smash.
Lovely feet.
Smash.
Lovely
now find something. Do something good here. Well done, Bents.
Emerson and you got to hit it to Emerson and Decky. They're white. Okay, lovely delicious. Ping. Lovely
delicious. Ping. What you got, Paratici? Back post. Oh, it's taken off your foot, Decky. Good header clear. Good header clear.
Beautiful from Romero, though, Sean. Out of the back. Brilliant composure.
Yeah, that was lovely from Smash. I love it. Yeah.
Kulusevski, I think, needs to pull it together, though. I think his touches have been a little off, and just some of his passes have been a bit off. Emerson's actually... Oh, Romero!
Smash!
Kulusevski here.
Do it now, this time! Corner!
Okay,
that'll do! Let's go, Tottenham!
Come on, lads! Come on, lads!
Woo! Good, this is what we want. This is what we want. Stranglehold! Strangle the life out of the game!
Come on, Gianni. Come on, Gianni. Gianni Vio time, baby.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Sonny. Kulusevski. Trademark
Kulusevski.
Ball whipped in. Harry.
Harry Kane. Oh, what a save. Oh, what a save. That was for the record. Oh, what a save from Leno. What a save from Leno. Oh, it's such a good move.
Oh,
that was straight off Gianni Villa. That's a Villa move, isn't it? That's a Villa move. Back
it is
post.
a Villa move. Oh, it's a crack save.
Oh, what a fucking
kind of hit it. He hit it into the center of the goal, but it's a good reaction save from Leno. It's palms it over the bar as well. That is not easy.
That's a lovely move, though. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Whips it out wide to Kulusevski. It's floating.
Oh. It's interesting. Oh. Perisic, was it? Perisic with the shot on target. That's unusual.
Yeah, it was like a first time, he tried to hit it back across goal there, and it just hit it right into Leno.
I think technically that counts as a shot on target, which is not something that you can say very often about Ivan Perisic.
We'll take it.
Well done, Tottenham. Oh, fuck off, sir. What are you chatting, bro? Nothing wrong with that. That's outrageous. I mean, I didn't see it.
King Hoddle saying this is better. What do you think, Sean? Is this better?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. It's better. It's a better.
Oh, Bowen! Hold your hoist.
Oh my God! Thinking too soon.
Jesus. Get on your horse, Sonny. Get on your horse, lad.
That's the difference, right? Fulham had two of those moments. In the first half, I think it was Willian or somebody whips the ball.
Oh, lovely pressing from Spurs.
Let's go.
Whip it in, Harry. Whip it in. Oh.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Corner. Maybe he didn't see anybody. Great pressing from Sonny. Great pressing from Kane. Great pressing from Bentancur, I think, who won that tackle. It must have been.
2 or 3 moments in this game, Fulham have had fantastic opportunities, and they put the ball into decent areas, but there's been nobody there. It happened in the first half down there, left-hand side, and they whipped the ball in, and there was nobody then. I think it was Willian who whipped the ball in. The really good teams always seem to have somebody there on the end of it. Seems like we're getting away with it. We could easily have been in a different situation in this game than we currently find ourselves if Fulham had been more clinical.
Here comes Sonny, ball comes in from a set piece. If Fulham are going to score, it feels like it's going to be from a set piece. Harry
Kane. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Let's go, Dex.
Oh, that's also because we're conceding a lot of set pieces, so like they're getting a lot of chances with them. Ooh, good recovery from Emerson. Well done, lad.
Well done, Emerson. Much better second half so far.
Thank you, Hugo, for not getting it launched. Yeah, well, Emerson won too.
I think Emerson's been pretty good today.
I think he's been better than at Perisic even.
I think he's been better than everybody on the pitch, with the exception of Harry Kane, or on the Tottenham side.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, he's not doing anything really wrong. Well done, Emo.
Oh, well done,
Not even a
Emo.
commentator's curse. Love it, son. Maybe commentator's curse is coming later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Great work, Emo.
God save our Emerson. I fucking love that. Let's go, Decky. Win that ball. Good strength. Come on, Emo.
Oh, lovely, son. Good feet. Okay, a little sketchy pass. Good feet from Bentancur, though.
Oh, it's good football. It's good football. It's good football. Win that. Cut it inside.
Sure.
Let's go.
Find him,
let's
Harry.
go. Let's go. Now let's break. Let's break.
Find Højbjerg. Oh, Højbjerg. Find him.
Finish.
Oh,
Find it. Oh, Ben. Oh, that's
there
so
you go.
annoying, Ben.
Harry turning. Finding Emerson.
go.
Lovely.
Look at Emerson coming involved.
Get
What
him
is
midfield.
happening? Come
Decky
on,
here.
Decky.
Skin him, lad. Back
Back
post.
post.
Oh.
Oh. Wowzers. Wowzers. Look at Emerson.
Oh.
He's so confident. He's so
literally
confident.
everywhere, says Zoe.
He's going to knock on my door in a minute and bring me around a bottle of wine or something. He's everywhere.
He's going to send a
Uber
cross
Eats.
into your door.
He's Uber Eats tonight. He's everywhere. Did somebody say just Emerson?
Oh, Moonhead. What is that? Sir! Thank you, sir. It's a weird-ass sketchy clearance from Moonhead, though, for no reason at all. I forget who that's. Tom Kearney, I think his name is.
I like that. I like that pink training shirt.
I feel like I don't mind. These kits are growing on me. These ones that we have.
I think I just saw that Fulham player getting ready to come on, and he took off like a fully pink, like a baby pink training shirt.
Yeah, I like it.
love
Yeah,
that.
I agreed with
It's
you.
really nice.
Oh,
come on,
get there,
Sonny.
Sonny.
Come on, bro.
Fuck. Well done,
Well done.
Moonhead. Ugh. Didn't look like a foul, though. Or no, that was Pierre. Well done, Højbjerg. Well done, Pierre.
Boys and girls in the chat saying Paratici is in the stadium.
Yeah, it looks like we might see him in just a moment. Maybe he's coming onto the pitch.
Get the phone out. Get the phone out.
He's on the. He's getting.
There
Oh,
he is.
there he is.
There he is. Hey, hello, Fabio. How's your
Enjoy life in front of bars.
Unbelievable.
You will enjoy life in front of bars before you get behind them.
Unbelievable.
Good to see the dawn. Spurs just sort of game managing, or I don't know. It's just I think we've been the better team definitely in the second half, but
Yeah,
we need to.
sure.
We need to absolutely. I mean, they can easily score. I think at any stage, Fulham. They could easily get a goal against the run of play, just like we have against them.
We need a second goal, Jack. 100%, mate. Need one. Ideally, if we rest on our laurels here, we could be in trouble.
Skunkworks says SWAT team from Italy and round.
Come on, Tottenham. You got a wakey now. Don't sleep. Don't step off the gas. I'm not doing that. I'm not happy with this. Turn it on.
Yeah, don't step off the gas, please. Good shape there. Good shape there.
Listen,
not letting allow.
Guys, if we can win this game, if we can get a second goal and we can walk away with 3 points, we're 3 points off of third. Like everything looks a
so
lot
much
differently
tension
tomorrow morning.
relieved too, Sean. I think that's all. That's more important for me. I just think a lot of tension relieved for the fan base and for Conte. Let's be honest, Sean. Even if you're Conte and Conte out, like Conte can have a bit of a Conte can relax. You know, Conte can have like a Sam Allardyce, have a nice porter after this. You know.
Yeah, mate, 100%, dude. I know I've come across like I'm Conte out. I'm not.
You know what I mean, exactly.
Yeah. I know exactly what I mean. I want
breath.
Everyone can take a breath. Exactly, mate. Take a breath. I do wonder whether it's time to start thinking about changes.
Yeah,
Do you
you're
want to
right.
bring the
Changes.
Charlison on?
Yeah,
You know,
I would agree.
I'm not even sure who
Do
else.
you bring
on
an
the
extra man in a midfield, Sean? I think you take
Yeah.
off Sonny, put on. I think you take off Sonny,
Basuma.
put on Rich, put on the big Rich. I think you bring on Papa Matasar isn't available, so you bring in Basuma.
Basuma. Yeah.
I think that's what you do, and then you
But not in
solidify
the
yourself in
87th minute.
midfield. Maybe you put Sessegnon on for Perisic and not get taken down the left so much, but perhaps an
Yeah.
extra midfielder could help out. I don't know, but I think you take off Sonny, put on the big Rich, put on Rich next to Kane.
Oh, well played. Well
or maybe
done.
even keep
Was that Harry
Kulusevski
Kane?
on, and you just put Kulusevski in the middle.
Was that who won that ball? Was that Decky or was it Harry Kane who won that? That was Decky that won that ball in the middle there, up the top. That wasn't because Decky. Yeah, it was Decky that won that ball. That was brilliant. Decky can play the hold up role really well as well. We haven't used it enough. We always look towards Harry Kane to bring that ball down from the middle.
Oh, lovely
But
Harry. Oh,
let's
yes,
go!
Max. Get the Remo.
Oh, bad choice from Decky. It's a really bad choice and really bad ball.
Yeah, he had Sonny, it felt like, or somebody in behind. Oh, lovely.
Let's go,
Romero.
Bets.
Lovely,
Let's go.
Lovely clean feet. Oh, lovely
Yes!
pass as well. Harry,
Yeah,
take
one
your
more,
time,
one more.
mate. Oh, lovely again from
Oh.
Romero. Oh, take your time, Harry. Take your time.
Come on, Tottenham. Level up here, boys. Level up! Remember what he does with that right foot of his. How tall is Mitrovic, Jack?
Oh, big man. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
Is he?
He also has like he doesn't even have like an athlete's body. He has like the body of like a mobster.
Yeah.
Like a hitman.
Wait a minute!
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Moonhead.
Jesus
Not the best
Christ!
clearance. Not the best clearance there. Emerson, take your time.
Emerson!
Thank you.
Oh!
Jesus Christ, Dyer! Jesus Christ!
Come on!
Get some subs on. Get some subs on. Bring Basuma on. Bring Basuma on. Please, Conte. Jesus, what the hell was that from Moonhead? Good pressure from Bentancur. Good shape, lads. Press him, Sonny. Spurs dropping back into their sort of shape here. 5-4-1.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind.
They're struggling to break the lines right now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's sensible. Like I got no problem with it. Oh, Decky, don't get walked past like that, you mug. It's Pereira.
Polina.
Right side. Get there, cut it out.
Clear
What
away
up?
Perisic.
Well
I
done.
like it. Okay.
Nowhere for Tottenham to go. They're all calling it. They're all calling for each other to move up, move out. It's interesting.
Willian. Well done,
What a
Romero.
challenge!
What a fucking smash that is.
Offside. Well done, Romero.
Oh,
well
killed him as
done.
well. Gorgeous
Absolutely
from Romero.
fucking
Love that
gorgeous
smash.
from Romero. That's what we want from you, Mr. Smashman.
Love that kind of smash.
So what is Tottenham now sitting back and like, are we looking for the break or what are we doing here, Jack? Are we settling in?
I think you want to score again, but I think you'd rather just put 3 in midfield. I think you do.
Yeah, I agree.
That's me.
I think Sonny has to come off this pitch.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever should have stepped foot on the pitch, if I'm honest, but I think he has to come off the pitch. Let's go. Let's go, Decky. Oh, it's not. No. There's even an argument to say that you can take off Sonny and bring on Richarlison, take off Decky and bring on Basuma. You could even go that way and then go Richarlison and Kane up top and go 3-5-2.
Mitrovic is gone, or sorry, Romero's gone for the next one. I think that's a yellow for Romero. Fuck.
No, that whole thing reset a game or two ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
It reset. It resets at the halfway mark. I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that resets. Yeah, even though you're on 5 yellows, it doesn't matter.
Okay, maybe I'm.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm listening to the commentary. They haven't mentioned that he's suspended for the
Okay.
City game.
Oh, that's good to hear then.
I think they reset that at the halfway mark, which is after 19 games.
Well,
But yeah,
give
to me,
myself
Jack.
grace, man.
To me, Jack, I feel like there's an argument to say you could take off, like bring on Richarlison, and then bring on Basuma, and you could even make the argument to take off Sonny and Decky,
That's what I think.
and then go 3-5-2, and let Richarlison and Kane
That's what I
be the
do.
dominant force up the top.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Exact same. That's what I do. I'd even I hate to say it, I'd consider taking Paratici off too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Okay, so 3 substitutions. So
I'd rather go more defensive from here. I know it sounds silly, but I just think if we changed our shape, we might cause them some problems. We might stifle them a bit.
Yeah,
I think the longer we stick with this 3-4-3 and the more tired Højbjerg and Bentancur get, the more likely they might start to unpick us.
Well done, Emerson. Yes, 100%, Jack. I completely agree. I'm okay with Perisic coming off as well for Sessegnon. I think Emerson's been brilliant tonight. I've got to be honest. Thus far, I know it's still only early, but I think it's usually when he plays well, the rest of the team plays really well. Tonight, I think he's played well in and of himself, despite a lot of the team having average games. So I'm really happy for Emerson. He got his goal last week against Man City. I know we lost the game, but I don't blame him for any of the goals. All of the goals that we conceded were down our left-hand side, down their right-hand side. He and Decky had a good game down our right, and he scored his goal, and I think his confidence is shining, and it's nice to see. First time you've seen a confident Emerson for a while. It's good. It's good.
Rid of it! Is that out for a
Shit.
corner? Must have been deflected off Perisic. "70 minutes in, 72 minutes in, I do think some changes should be made." Skunkworks is kind of right. I'm probably contradicting myself by putting on Sessegnon, but
get back post with it! Oh, what on Benson? Oh, fuck off, ref! Please. Fuck off, ref! Let's go, Decky. Strength, bro. Oh, mate, you've just been boshed.
Clear Romero. He tried to mega.
Romero.
Tried to
Careful, Romero. Careful, son. Careful.
Way!
Love it.
That's what I would normally do, Sean.
Yeah, same.
That's what I would do.
Oh no, Decky's injured. Decky's down.
Oh, this is a good chance to bring.
Oh, take him off. Take him off. Let's get Kulu off. Let's get Sonny off. Let's get Sessegnon on. Let's make those changes. The 3 we said. Let's get rid of them. Well done, Bentancur. Bentancur's been much better in the second half. I've got to be honest. He couldn't have been much worse than the first, but yeah.
Well done, Emerson. Come on, Kulu. Find him.
Oh,
all over him, ref.
Nobody there.
Gotta look
oh, where are you, Sonny? Come on, mate. You got to be in that role,
ran
bro.
early. He ran early, Sonny. He probably thought he was eager.
Enough.
No, I mean he's got to also know that Kulusevski can't play him right away there. He's got to know that.
But Sonny hasn't touched the fucking ball, bro.
Get the pigeon on, says King Huddle. I agree. Get that fucking pigeon on here, mate.
Get the pidge. Bring on the pidge.
Bring on the big pidge.
Where's the pidge?
Bring on the big rich.
Bring on the fucking pidge.
I just think, especially if you were to allow Harry Kane to drop a bit deeper, you have 3 in midfield, you have Richie running around like a chicken or a pigeon with his head cut off. That could be something different, for Fulham to have to deal with, I think.
Yeah.
Just because you're more defensively compact, they're going to find it harder to break us down. Because now I think it's more important about them finding it hard to break us down.
Look, we've got 15 minutes left.
Because they're going to have to come out of their shell more. And then if we had someone like Richie full of energy, I think we could take advantage of it. But the more we stick with this 3-4-3.
Yeah, it's silly.
Well, no, it's worked out for now.
No!
Oh! That's a warning. That's a warning. That's a big warning.
Come on, let's get the boys on. Come on.
Bring on some subs, please. Bring on some subs, please.
Be proactive. It's so reactive. Let's do it. Come on, son. I need to see something happen here.
I need Basuma. We need to bring on Basuma too. Oh, that's a warning. Mitrovic at the back post. Oh, geez, Sean. This is what I mean. He's just going to climb all over you. He's just going to climb all over you.
It's just like a. It's just like.
Yes, there he is. Look at him, Big
Oh,
Rich.
pigeon! The
Come
pigeon's
on,
coming
Rich.
off. Come on, the pitch. Is that Sonny coming off?
Yeah, it's Sonny coming off
Good,
as well.
good. You shouldn't have
Come
been on
on,
the pitch in the
Richie.
first place, bro.
I think you
That's
dropped
good.
Kulu into midfield here then.
Well, I think this is the first of several substitutions I've been making, if I'm honest, but one at a time is okay. Let's go. Let's go, Tottenham. We need a second here. We need a second.
Ben Davies. Oof.
Oh, come on.
Richie trying to do something fancy already. Tried to dummy it into Harry Kane. Willian. Emerson all over him like a rash.
I think Emerson's got to be
He's definitely put
I'm
in
gonna-
the most consistent.
I'm
You
gonna
would
be
say
all
he
over
hasn't
Twitter.
dropped off. Like some people have dropped off in certain moments. I wouldn't say he has dropped off.
I don't want to crow too soon, or I don't want to
Yeah,
pitch
you're
too
right.
soon, mate. But after this game, I'm going to be all over fucking Twitter, giving the man some respect and some love in advance of his highlight reel. You know his highlight reel's coming out tonight with that little step over pass that he did. It was the drag flick thing that he did was
Dust
just
off the cobwebs of
delectable.
that highlight reel.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's
time
go!
and space here. Come
Let's
on, let's take
go!
advantage
Shout
of
for
this,
Tottenham!
please. Harry Kane. Lovely turn, Harry.
Oh, you've abandoned him there.
Oh,
Well done, Harry.
Hey, woohoo!
Decky, you abandoned Harry. You abandoned him.
Gorgeous little nutmeg from Harry Kane there. If he did meg him there, that was absolutely
Gotta be a
gorgeous.
yellow
And he
card.
probably
Is
should
that-
be
it's the
taken
same-
off the
that's-
pitch there, sir.
That's
You're absolutely right.
Paulinho.
Gives Bentancur a yellow
Give
instead.
Bentancur a yellow card. What the fuck?
You never see them do that to Arsenal. You never see them do that to Arsenal.
Oh,
when they
hold up a
appeal.
minute. Was that Paulinho, whatever his name is, that does that nasty foul on Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Bentancur says, "What's the deal?"
I mean, it's a
He's
useless,
already
a
booked.
nasty, useless challenge. It's an unnecessary challenge. It's
He's already
unnecessary.
booked. He's already on a yellow card.
And it's
Bentancur
very
reminds him of
late
the
as
fact.
well. It's very late.
Oh my! And Eric Dyer's also. Oh no, that's a replay.
It was for Bentancur. It was for
That's a
Bentancur.
fucking disgrace.
It's very
That's an
late.
disgrace.
Very late.
What? First of all, Bentancur, if you said something then you're a fucking idiot, bro. But the ref gives him a yellow card for pointing out that should have been a yellow card offence. Come on.
Paulinho's, he's been given a
here.
second life there. Paulinho's been given a second life.
Here comes the
Ball
cross.
whipped in
Post.
to, who is it? Højbjerg,
Perry,
top of the
Perry,
box.
Perry, what are you going to do for me, son? Oh, it's Højbjerg. Højbjerg.
Gets out of trouble. Well done, Højbjerg.
Come on, Bents. Come on, Bents.
I think it's Højbjerg again, out wide. Whips it in. Floating to Dyer.
Nice,
Wins
nice,
it.
nice,
To
nice.
Harry.
Okay,
Oh! Good little knockdown from Dyer there. Good little knockdown. I agree, Zoa. Or 24Z. Bring Basuma on. I think Basuma, this is a good time now. Take a bit of sting out of the game. Bring Basuma in here. Looks like they're bringing on a winger here, so they're taking off a fullback here, Sean, bringing on a winger. They're bringing on Manor Solomon,
Good
former
player.
Shakhtar
Good player.
Donetsk player. Yeah.
Good player. It's good player. It's very tricky. And they've given somebody some messages. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment.
Took it too quickly, it looks like, the goal
I
kick.
think that Tottenham, come on, Conte. Let's not be silly. Let's bring on
They
some.
zoom again.
Sorry, I'm seeing them reading their little tactics.
Yeah,
script
no,
and
and
then
they tried to
bring up-
zoom in on it to read it. Fair play to the cameraman. Bit of housery. Oh, good
Well
block
done,
here.
Tom.
Win this. Oh, yes.
well
Keep it
done.
in. Come on, Rich. Oh,
Oh,
fuck off, ref. Was it? Oh, was it already out? Was it handball? It's already out.
I'd like to see us bring on some more changes here, mate. I've got to be honest. I really want to see some more changes.
I agree.
It's
I'm a big
unusual to
Basuma.
see. When was the last time Perisic played 80 minutes in a game? You know,
I think-
he's a
I think Basuma,
35-year-old,
absolutely.
right? You know, I think that he's a 35-year-old, doesn't have the legs. I don't want to see Solomon going after him or whoever going at him. Like, we need
Yeah,
to.
you sort of think. I mean, but this is the thing. Like, what do you really bring on? I mean, I say you bring on Sessegnon just because I think he could do a job for 10 minutes. I don't rate Sessegnon, but I think he probably could do the job for 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Richie, nice little hold up play from
Oh, well,
Rich.
good football, Tottenham. Let's go. Well done, Tottenham. Let's go. Let's well go. Come on.
Someone
Come on,
occupy the
boys.
middle. He needs somebody in the middle here.
Needs help.
Kulusevski, great control.
Oh, Kulusevski's so strong, mate. He's
Great control.
for such a big guy. He's got balance like Messi. For someone who's like 6 foot
Great
tall,
strength.
he just it feels it, eats those blocks up and just bounces off them. It's brilliant. It's absolutely insane how good he is. But I don't think this has been his best game, if I'm honest. I don't think
agree.
he's been spectacular today.
I agree with that.
But that's only because I hold him to such a high standard because he is that good.
I agree with that. Romero. Pierre,
Get
get there,
there!
Mo.
Oh,
Poor
come on,
from
Emerson.
Pierre.
You got to
Come
win
on,
that,
lad.
mate. You got to win that. Oh no!
Put pressure on. Don't let him whip it in. Please don't.
Fucking pressurize the press. Rid of it!
Oh, win
Get there,
this. Thank you, Hugo. Oh, God. Need the second goal here, boys. We need the second. Ooh. To Anthony
It's interesting the
Robinson
way
here.
it's interesting the shape that Fulham have got. Fulham are still happy to have 3. Get there, don't get. Oh, Romero, you've been
Romero's
absolutely
tripping over himself.
there.
Oh, wait. That just showed, though, that we're tired, I think.
We are tired, yeah. But I don't know where we turn to. I'm not sure who's on the bench. I mean, Richarlison on. We know we've got Basuma. We know we've got Sessegnon. I forget who else is there. It feels kind of casual at the moment.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh,
Oh, take that! Take that! Go to the corner! Go to the corner! Go to the corner! Oh! I thought it was a corner kick.
Fuck. Richie, so close. Oh, Kulusevski felt something running there. No. Was that his calf as well?
Oh, no.
Please don't tell me.
Oh, no.
Please get him off and get Basuma on, please. Just not worth it. It's not worth it. I'd rather have him for the rest of the season, please. Just get him off.
I'm very nervous here, mate. Very nervous.
I think you should be, Sean. You could easily see them scoring against the run of play here.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Come
Let's
on,
go!
Rich, Turney.
Let's go!
Turn, Rich. Fuck's sake.
Oh, Richie, that's
the
fucking
heaviest
rubbish.
touch in the world, mate. Fuck.
You know
yes,
what?
well done, Romero.
So
yes,
I just
yes, Emerson.
Oh,
You
Emerson.
cheeky
Unlucky.
bastard by going for that afterwards.
I just heard the commentator in my ears saying that Conte did say that Richie wasn't ready to start. So on that basis, and the fact that Brian Hill is also injured,
yeah,
I think that I should retract. I wasn't aware of that. So whilst I still have a problem with sometimes with Conte's things, I think on this occasion, if I'm, if he said that Richie wasn't ready to start, then I should retract my initial anger at the fact that Sonny was playing. because there wasn't any other option really, or
I
there was a
agree,
couple.
but
Not
it seemed
really.
like
No,
with
fair enough.
Richie, he got it right, Sean. It seemed like he waited.
yeah.
He waited until he knew he could safely
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Richie, and he's done that. With Basuma
Yeah.
here, I don't know. I would. There it is. There it is. Bring Basuma on, please. Get him on here as soon as possible. Why is he putting on his coat?
Oh, he's sitting back down again.
Is he not putting him on?
I think he told him to warm up maybe because of Decky.
It looks like Vinicius is coming on here. They're putting on another striker. Hart. I see Wilson as well.
Imagine if Vinicius scores.
Oh, I couldn't have it. If they are putting Vinicius on, do you put on an extra striker or something? Or not an extra striker, sorry, an extra center back maybe, Sean? Do you put on Sanchez?
For aerial threat. Yeah.
Maybe move Moonhead into midfield or
Who's
something like
down?
that?
Is it Mitrovic that's down though?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
maybe
Mitrovic
that's
that's
why.
down.
That's why they're bringing
Okay.
on Carlos.
well, if
Maybe that's why they're bringing
okay.
on Carlos.
Well, we can.
Mitrovic and Kulusevski both having kind of injuries that they're coming back from. They might be feeling.
What a finish from Harry Kane. Though. They're showing it again.
Class. It's world class because we were absolutely doing nothing at that stage. He saved our asses.
Nobody looked happy when he scored. I think that they're feeling the pressure. I think that they're feeling the weight of the fans' animosity, the fans' frustrations. I get it. You know, I understand.
Maybe
It's
enough
been an
smashes on Mitrovic. Maybe Romero did his job today. He's smashed Mitrovic enough up today. He's handled him well.
Smashes handled him really well. Is that what we're going to call him from now on, Jack? Smash Romero? Yeah.
Romero smash. I think
Romero smash. Okay.
Yeah.
6.5 minutes. 87th minute. What do you reckon? There must be at least 6 minutes of injury time. 5 minutes of injury time.
Felt like there would have been more deserved injury time at the end of the first half, not at the second half. I don't know if there's been that much stoppage of play in the second half.
So Dakova Reed is off. Wilson's
Willian is on, or Willian is off, and Bobby Reed is off. So they brought on Wilson and they brought on Vinicius. So they are going for 2 strikers, though. Mitrovic is hobbling around, though. Zoe says Levy out if Vinicius scores.
Oh, Paratici, you're getting fucking twisted there, bro.
Bring this down.
Oh, come on, mate. That's
no way he sent that out of
rubbish.
Play. Dude,
Paratici,
bro. Please, Perry. Please, dude, relax.
Come on, mate. You're supposed to be one of the calmer heads. You've been there, you've seen it, you've done it. Rid of it. Don't slip. Don't slip. Don't slip.
Monor Solomon. No, Hugo.
Oh! That was going wide anyway, but good save though. Good save.
It's an okay save, but Hugo's also. I feel like his positioning there was all off. Like he had to.
It was
why did he have to
wide.
move so far across goal as well?
It's
Yeah, probably
well
was
wide.
You're probably right. Should have left it, Hugo. Says Marlon. You're right.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Please.
Don't do this.
Set
Come
pieces
on, boys.
is where they've been hurting us too. They got some big men in there.
Is Mitrovic still on?
Yeah, Mitrovic is still on. Mitrovic wins it. Cleared away by Højbjerg. Good clearance. Good pressure, Harry. Oh, fuck. Oh. Good pressure.
Push out, boys.
Come on. Get there, Kulu.
Get there, Kulu. Let's go.
No, don't you dare.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck off. You are absolutely outrageous.
No.
You fucking cunt of a referee. Sorry, my French. But the referee, you are disgusting. You are disgusting. That is not our problem. That's outrageous. He's fine. Of course he's fine.
Oh, ref, you completely bought it there, mate. You completely bought it. You bought it. You've actually, ref, you completely bought it.
That's such bollocks. Oh, actually, I didn't hit his head. Sorry, I'll take it all back.
6 minutes. This is what I'm saying, though. They've given 6 minutes to some people. I mean, for 6 minutes, Sean, like that's what they should have given in the first half. What stoppage of play?
Sorry, I feel bad because I called the referee a CUNT and he blew the whistle
Allegedly.
because it did look like Decky's just need the guy in the head. Obviously, it worked out okay, thank God. Well done, Decky.
He's being brought off here. Basuma being brought on. Finally, good to see this. Come on, Basuma, please close up shop for us, lad. Help us close up shop.
I feel so bad. Calling the
6
referee
minutes
that.
of purgatory, says King Otto. It really is. I don't really get though why.
That's got to be our drop ball though. We got to get the ball back from that. We were in
Absolutely, we do.
Oh,
Harry holding it up.
referee!
Sir!
Come on!
Get him
What
off
the hell's
now.
going
Get
on?
Polina off now.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell? Polina and
It's
Højbjerg
a
are both
smash
down.
point.
They're both down.
It should have been our ball. Fulham shouldn't be competing for that. We won the ball.
Sir, oh, he's got to be off
come
now.
on, sir.
He's got to be off now. Those are two of those challenges. Two of those late challenges. So late. They're so late, ref.
And he has the audacity. He's got the audacity to sit there talking to the referee saying it's the other way round. Oh, that was Wilson. Sorry, it's Wilson, not him.
Ben Davies having a harsh word with him. He's got to be off. That's actually absurd if he's still on. He's really bought, he's had a third life here now. He's got 3 lives. That's such a late challenge again.
Fuck you, Paulinho. He's a good player, though. He's a good player.
Oh,
He's a
he's
tough
brilliant.
player.
But I mean, he should be off. Like those are 2 late
Is
challenges.
he Brazilian?
No, he's Portuguese.
Portuguese, okay.
Sonny here. Or no, it's Romero, sorry. Lolo's got some space down the right. Could have gone for it. Oh, they pinged it into Harry Kane.
Harry,
Gorgeous
look at
pass
Harry,
from
look at
Romero.
Harry.
Brilliant.
Oh!
Whip it
ball
in.
in.
Emerson in the box. Basuma
Chance!
to Lolo.
Chance! Oh, no, you put it in. Oh, no, you went
Good
too far.
pressure. Good.
Oh, well done,
block on
Højbjerg.
Højbjerg.
Go on, Pierre. Go on, Pierre.
Oh,
No,
fuck's sake.
Pierre.
Fuck's
No,
sake.
bro. Oh, God.
Oh,
no.
win this. Come on.
Win it.
Thank
Win
you.
it. Yes.
Well done, Basuma.
Let's go.
Get on your horse here, Rich.
Beat him, Rich. Oh, come on, Richie. You're better than that, pal. Fuck's sake.
That's shocking from Pierre.
What are you thinking? 3 minutes more of official injury time. Probably an extra minute and a half after that. We're going to the 99th minute, I reckon.
Good time wasting earlier, I must be honest, from that.
Take your time, Tottenham. Take your time. Eat the seconds up. Eat the seconds up. Oh, that's just
who
fucking
threw
shit.
that in? Is that Paratici again? That's just he's had 2 shocking throw-ins today. 2 shocking, absolutely shocking
Come on,
throw-ins.
Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham. It's been an absolute bore draw, apart from Harry Kane's moment of magic. Very little to separate apart from that little thing. Let's just walk away with 3 points like we usually do at Craven Cottage. Be stable now, boys. Be stable like my heart rate isn't. Keep it going. Tuck in, boys. Tuck in. Well done. Ah!
Uh-oh. Chase him down, Basuma. Chase him down, lad.
Harass him and Basuma. Well done, Bis. Well done, Basuma.
Good pressure, lads. Good pressure, boys.
This is good. This is good.
Making it hard on them. Making it hard on them right now.
Come on, Tottenham.
Wouldn't that? Oh, they
Get
dinked
rid
it
of
in here. Real. Thank you, Emerson. Fuck.
Oh, Emerson was excellent then. Emerson, not just then, but he got back into the position.
No, we got to do man of the match, but we have to wait till it's over.
Oh, well done.
Come on.
What was that, Bentancur? No, it was Romero. Well done,
In
Romero.
this. Thank
Well
you.
done, Perry.
Oh, fuck off, sir.
Good boy, Paratici.
Okay, I thought he gave a free kick there.
Fight, Tottenham. Hang on, boys. Hang on. Hang on, lads.
Oh,
yes.
thank you, Perry.
That'll do.
Go on,
That'll do.
Perry.
Calm. Yeah.
Let's go, lads. Hold it
Let's
out,
go.
boys. Take plenty
Let's
of time here,
go.
boys. Take plenty of time. Take
Let's
all the
go.
time you need. Take all the
Relax.
time you need.
Substitution, please, Conte.
This is when you want to give Jet Spence a chance. You want to do Jet Spence here to waste time. Throw Jet Spence
Sorry,
on a waste
Mitrovic,
of
I know you're a
time.
big fucking lump, but you're picking the wrong man to fucking pull around. If you're going to pull around my man, smash Romero. Not today, son. You're okay, Romero? Come on, boy. You're okay, mate? Good lad. Good lad. He's back to his best today, Jacko. He's back.
He's been brilliant today. Very scrappy match. Very, very scrappy. Come on, boys. See it out here.
Fight it out. Let's go. Let's go. That's ours. That's ours. Oh, fuck you! That's not theirs. Seconds remain. Seconds remain. Seconds. Oh, well done,
Clearing
Eric
it.
Dyer.
Hoiberg.
Clever from
Lovely,
Højbjerg,
Richie.
clever.
A little heavy.
Oh, calm
Cleared
heads,
away.
calm
Come on,
heads.
Rich. Blow it up, ref. Blow
Calm
it
heads.
up. Blow it up, please, sir.
There's a
Please.
minute left. There's a minute left. There's a minute left, surely. Come on, boys. Run a bit! No! Oh,
Thank you,
Jesus
Mo.
Christ!
Thank
Oh,
you,
well
Mo.
done,
Great clearance,
Emerson.
Mo. Fabulous from Mo.
Get back! Get back! Oh! Ref, blow your whistle!
Højbjerg putting pressure.
Blow your whistle!
They're going backwards. Harry Kane's chasing them backwards.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yes!
Come on, boys!
Yes! Woo!
I needed that win, baby. Come on, Spurs. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Not easy at all. Not easy at all. But we did something that very few have done, you would say, this season, which is actually winning away at the Cottage. Very few have actually been able to win away, at least recently, at least if I'm not mistaken, at the Cottage. So there you are, boys. 1-0 to the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Not an easy match, not a pretty match by any means, Sean, but I don't know. It just feels like that's exactly what we needed. I don't really care how it was done. I don't really care how we, did it today. As long as we won, we had a lot of relief, and we started off the week the right way. It feels like Antonio Conte can breathe. I can breathe, Sean. You can breathe, at least for a few days. At least for a few days, maybe we can breathe with a win like that. Not that you can read too much into it, but this was a massive win for Conte, and I think just for himself as well as for the squad, and also even just for the sake of stopping the blood, really, stopping the bleeding.
Mate, I'm delighted. I'm delighted. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. Neither team were pretty. It was in all other. If it wasn't for Harry Kane's little moment of Harry Kane magic, it was a snore draw.
Oh yeah.
And there's been a lot of snore draws this weekend, right? Chelsea, Liverpool was a snore draw. Newcastle Palace was a snore draw. Leicester Brighton are a threat to us. That wasn't a snore draw. That was a really good game. But a lot of games that were like everybody dropped points apart from Arsenal. Man United lost points as well. We're back. Like we're not saying we're back. There's so many problems still at Tottenham Hotspur. There's so many issues. There's so many holes we need to fill. There's so many things that are wrong with the club right now. But to come away from Craven Cottage, a place that we have always historically gone to and managed to get a result, but they are not the same team this year. Most teams don't go to Craven Cottage and have luck. And
no, like
the
best Fulham side since the Europa League days, Sean. The best Fulham side.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant result for us. It's a fantastic result. We've separated a gap between us and sixth. There's 5 points between us now. We're 3 points behind Newcastle, 3 points behind United. This is what we needed. Look, we still got so much work to do, Jack, but we got it done. It's the result. It's not the performance that we need to worry about. It's the result. But for what it's worth, the performance was sturdy. I wouldn't call it exciting, but it was steady,
sturdy.
With a lot
of that. I agree with a lot of that, just because I think with today, for me, Sean, was wasn't really a pretty performance by any means, but you can't just say it was only Fulham. I don't think you really can say it was only Fulham because
Yep.
this has been one of the better teams in the Premier League. And also, this team has, I think, taken a few scalps this season. They beat Liverpool, as we know, at the Cottage. They beat
They
or
drew.
caused
They
Man
drew.
United, I think, a lot of trouble. They beat someone else recently at the Cottage, if I'm not mistaken. They've taken some scalps this season. They have been a hard team to play recently. Marco Silva was on a bit of a run. And even today, Michael, I'm hearing you right now, and you have you live on screen, my friend. They even had on the ticketing website, Michael, selling the tickets. They said top Spurs for selling the tickets. They were very keen on leapfrogging us today, Fulham. And I think it was an ugly game, and it was made ugly probably by both teams, but we got the job done today. And you can't say it was only Fulham, Michael. I don't think you can. Can't read too much into it, but you can't say it was only Fulham. I think that'd be harsh.
Yeah. I just checked out of curiosity. Only United and Newcastle won there, except for us, of course. So that there have been like 2 or 3 draws, but like majority of the games they won, except against us, Newcastle and United, who are performing better than us this year, right? So yeah, like listen, it was not pretty again, but honestly, I didn't expect that. So I'm glad the 3 points on the that we got 3 points. And yeah, I think looking at the table right now, we have to keep in mind that we are on more games played than all the other teams below us except Fulham, right? But I think there is like a chunky gap of 6 points between us and the next team, I think, or is it 5 points? So I think it's nice.
5 points.
It keeps us in the fight for top 4. I said in the halftime talk that I don't really care about top 4, but listen, if we get it, I will be happy with it.
It's
Right?
top
So,
5 this year, though, Michael.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's top 5 because of that whole coefficient ruling. I'm pretty sure
Oh, is it
that
this year or
basically
next year?
I thought it was this year. I thought it was the end of this season.
I'm not sure. I'm asking, right?
Mm.
I thought it was next year, but if it's this year, listen, the Google shows 5th place as Europa League, so I'm not
Okay.
sure how
All right.
it's.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah, I
either.
think it's still
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wes the
I think
King
it's from the next year.
slapped me in the face for being, a bit, optimistic here, but the last time we actually won 2 London derbies away from home in a row was in 2018. I know that's a weird stat to read aloud, but the last time we
Good
won
team.
2 in a row away from home was in 2018. So it's been a while. Could Conte use this as a bit of momentum? Could Conte use this to collect the squad, or can we not read that far into it, do you think?
We shouldn't be we shouldn't read too much into anything this team is, really, to be honest with you. That's just the god awful truth, because we know that a lot of these players ain't good enough. We know that everything could be different. Another game, we know that the consistency for a lot of these players is not consistent. Even today, we played especially that first half, we played like very weird with the ball. Not passing very good. People act like they never played with
Very
some of
slow,
their
you even said too, right?
yeah. So it's like they never even played with with their teammates. Like they haven't been practicing every week with these guys. So it's so weird because everybody's so off of where they're supposed to be, where players pass the ball. So I don't take too much into it. This is a good win. We needed this win. We gotta hopefully use it as momentum. But I think fans just gonna have to understand that this team is not what we want, of course. We got to see what the board does with these last few days of transfer window, see what they pull out. If not, that's another thing we can just get on the board about. Or then I think all ends all we need to just worry about new ownership and actual plan. Right now we're still in the headlights. We still don't have really a plan, but let's make the best out of what we have.
Make the best.
We need a man of the match. We need a man of the match.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Actually, I just forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Shawnee. Dark Sun G.
I think the results are obvious.
It'll be interesting. See if people take away their Emerson bias. That's the little hint there. But we got
Royale
Dark
was the
Sun
best
G.
player today, defensively.
Whoa, heard it from Wes the King
defensively,
himself. Casino Royale, the best player today,
Casino Royale.
says
Yeah.
Wes.
You saw him. Did you see him make that lunge tackle like in the final couple seconds of the game? That lunge, like he kicked it before it became a corner, and he kicked it out before it became a corner. Did y'all see him make that lunge for that? That
Emerson.
was Emerson. That was a good. That tells you that man was actually he was playing. He was actually working.
He's a confidence player. Look, he's put in a couple of good shifts since he's come back in. He got his goal. Like the monkey was off his back a little bit, and against Man City, he didn't do any. He didn't. He wasn't. He did a good job against City. All of our weakness came down our left, down their right,
Hmm.
which was
Perisic,
Perisic's fault. He was
Perisic.
very competent on the ball. He was involved. He scored a goal, and then you take that confidence. Mate, a lot of Tottenham players, a lot of players, people in general in life, they have a certain skill set, a baseline of their abilities, and then whether they're confident or not determines whether they can reach the maximum level or the minimum level of that. People like Eric Dyer and Hugo Lloris have got their competence level, and they're at the baseline of that and have been for most of the season. Emerson Royale, maybe his level's lower, but right now, today, you saw the little like dragon flick that he did. Like you are going to see a highlight reel from Emerson
A good
Royale
90
Yeah.
in
minutes.
about
That's what you
4
have to
hours time.
shoot at.
Played very good today. Yeah.
A good
Hopefully
90
he can just keep
minutes.
it on. I
Perfect.
think he just gotta
Deserves it
believe in
today.
him.
He deserves it today.
He has to believe in himself. I think that's one thing. He got to believe in his ability. Like the things that he know he's good at that got him to this level, he has to use it to the best of his ability to make himself look as good as possible. Like you got here for a reason. Use what abilities that you're actually good at and apply it to what the coach is telling you. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I agree
But
with
we
you.
all know he's not no fancy dribbler. He's not going to do a crazy good cross like he's Beckham. But we know he's going to give hard. We know he's going to play good defense, and he's going to at least go into the good areas of the pitch at the right time because he does at least does that. So he just got to keep doing that. Just keep doing the things he's good at.
I have
Yeah.
Emerson, Kane, and Romero, lads. Does that sound okay? One more, though, I think I need. I mean, unless someone else.
Maybe I don't know. Just for argument's sake, I think it's irrelevant, but I think you probably would play Hugo Lloris for making
Yeah.
4 good saves
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
In the
Throw
first half.
Hugo in
was
there,
okay
too. Is
today.
it okay to throw Romero in there? Like I said, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Romero
I
was
hate
good
the
as well.
tackles he does. Like that yellow card he got was
All
stupid.
right.
But
There it is,
Yeah.
everybody. It's up
Right.
in the communities, or it's up in the chat there for you. Please give us your vote on that. I'm pretty sure it's got to go to Emerson, but I don't want to spoil it. Everybody, don't let me influence you. Adrian Chia says, "Come on, you Spurs, boring script, but 3 points and clean sheets matter." I forget
true.
who I asked, but someone even thought like they were like, "Do I want to see not even a 2-1?" I think it was Phil who said he would love to see a clean sheet because it's just such a rarity these days, and we got it done. I would say the defense, they dealt with dangers. Like I wouldn't say they were spectacular, like we say, it was a gritty performance, but the defense, at least when it came to clearing their lines in certain situations when it was a bit sketchy, I don't think they actually disappointed me all that much for me. But Michael, what are your thoughts on the defense? Did they cope today?
Um, I think Fulham really like wasted all their energy in the first half. So like in the second half, I think they were trying. It's just that like I think they are a good team, but with their lack of like prime time quality in their team, if you low block against them like we do 5-4-1, the formation that we play defensively, I just don't think they had much to hurt us. I think we marked Mitrovic really nicely this game. So yeah, as I said, it's not a pretty performance, but it gets you 3 points, right? That's all that matters in our current position, because as you said, like it's only what third clean sheet of the season for us, and it's a win, right? So yeah, like I much rather prefer seeing that than again having like heart attacks over a 3-2 or 4-3 or a 5-4 win or whatever, right? I know maybe the spectacle is better, but but for my own health and safety, I think that the boring 1-0 is good for a change. It's good to watch the game calm for once, right?
So the bottom Duda here with the super chat, and he's saying here, Kane scored a great goal, but we didn't concede. There were a lot of tactical changes made. We made them play in front of us a lot this match. We were playing in angles. Sorry, didn't find this actually that ugly this game, that ugly performance. Come on, you Spurs. Could it be actually that maybe there were some? I think I actually agree with the fact that it felt like at least towards the end of the second half, I don't know actually if Fulham felt like they had much less of a chance of scoring in the second half than they
Mhm.
really did in the first. First half, it felt like they threatened us a lot more. Second half, it was good to bring on Basuma because it felt like we then made it so they were basically just, trying to just launch balls in from 60 yards out. Like they were just finding it really hard to break us down. It felt like towards the end of the game. So I don't know. I think there was maybe some interesting tactical changes. But Sean, I have to use the restroom quickly. Do you mind taking to bottom due to super chat? Because
Yeah.
I know it was a bit of a gritty performance, but we love to, pick between definitions of words sometimes, but gritty, but maybe not ugly, would you say, says the bottom Duda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I put a little comment in the Irish Hotspur group. Look, I think that I think it's a great performance versus. Oh, I can hear myself. I think it's a great performance against a very, very talented and very stubborn Fulham team away at the Craven Cottage. That traditionally has always been a pretty happy hunting ground for Tottenham, but it's against a different element. This time round, they've had very, very good scalps in their place against some very strong opposition. It was always going to be a tough, scrappy game. I never thought it was going to be an easy one. And look, in the first half, the first 35 minutes, I thought Tottenham were absolutely dreadful. But I think that in the last 15 minutes of the first half, we got our stranglehold on the game. And then in the second half, I think it was fairly comfortable, if I'm entirely honest. So I'm not sure. The bottom Duta is saying it was ugly or scrappy or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like
He didn't find it ugly. Yeah, he said he didn't find it ugly.
Exactly. Take pride in the ugliness of it. It certainly wasn't pretty, and certainly there's so many things we can improve on. However, like I'll take that all day long, given what we've gone through in the last month, since the World Cup, and it's exactly what we needed to give us a catalyst going into a game that's going to be entirely different against Manchester City at home. And bear in mind that City are up next, and City haven't scored a goal, I don't think, at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah. And so this is the sort of result that can give us the sort of confidence that we need going into that. It was scrappy. It wasn't pretty. It was ugly. But that's, sometimes you have to win by hook or by crook. And I thought today, barring the first 30 minutes, I thought the first 30 minutes we were atrocious. The second 60 minutes of the game, I thought it was a workman-like performance, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, for the whole duration of the second half, I was pretty calm because, as I said, I didn't really find any of the situations that they created dangerous to us, right? So, but listen, as you said, take pride in those type of performances, because like when teams that are first in the table do this sort of thing, you always say this is what champions do or whatever, right? And when we do it, it's always like I want to be entertained, whatever, right? It's not always you will win games by 3 goals to none, and with 65% possession, and creating chance after chance after chance. Sometimes you just have to rely on the quality of your players, right? Honestly, like I'm kind of in the middle, because sometimes I'm pissed off that Harry Kane has to bail us out every single time, because it like for the past 2-3 months it feels like it's always Harry Kane bailing us out, even though he's not playing particularly well in the game. And he still comes up with something like the shot he did today, right? So on the other hand, it's kind of annoying, because I would love someone else to also step up and show me that they can actually carry this team. On the other hand, sometimes you just have to rely on your brilliant players, right? Sometimes, I don't really remember which game it was, but I think last season City were struggling against some team. I think it was Everton, and Kevin De Bruyne just blasted a free kick out of like 30 yards or 40 yards or whatever it was, right? And they won 1-0. And that's sometimes just how the things will happen, right? You don't always win the games 5-0. So
100%, mate. And look, you could look at Manchester City, Manchester United. You can even look at Arsenal, the games that they've won this year against Fulham at home, for example. When Fulham went to Arsenal back in October, November, it was the scrappiest game ever. And Fulham they got themselves back in the game. It was 1-1, and then Arsenal won in the last minute. And look, Arsenal fans weren't bemoaning the mistakes that the defense made to go back to 1-1. They were celebrating the fact that it was a scrappy win, but you win by an inch, win by a mile, you still win. And I think Tottenham need to just, like, right now, I'm happy that there's something.
Take anything right now. You really do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, tomorrow morning, I can't wait to get up. I'm going to have a pep in my step. Me and Bugsy are going to walk 5 miles, not my usual 2. And I'm going to be talking for 30 minutes, not my usual 12. And I'm going to be talking about all the
yeah.
reasons why this is the potential catalyst for something good, because it's finally got something
Don't
good
break a
to
funk
talk about.
with a 5-0 win. I don't think any team really
Exactly.
breaks a funk with a 5-0 win. They usually break it with often even teams you see break a funk with a VAR penalty in the 90th minute
Yeah.
that's given to them. Sometimes, helps them break a funk. Even just a bit of luck that goes your way helps you break it. Not saying Spurs have yet or anything, but I do agree with you about the bottom due to that. I think there's a difference between gritty and ugly, and I think that's what this was. I think it was gritty, but the reason it was gritty was because Fulham are also not Fulham are a good team this season. They are a team that you can't just, kind of write off like you might other seasons and things like that. They've been one of the tougher teams to beat, especially of recent. And so you have to look at that. That also maybe explains why it was a bit gritty. It definitely could have been better performances, I think, individually from certain players, but we got the job done. And it gives a huge, massive sigh of relief, I think, for Conte and plenty of other players, my man. But to counteract that, Wes, Daniel Larson saying, this changes nothing. I'm sorry. We're still crap. Do you kind
Oh
of
yeah,
feel that way as
pretty,
well?
pretty much, yeah, and that's still pretty much the case too. Like I think it's kind of pretty much all around. We just got to be happy. We got to win. We got to be happy that we scrapped for it and that the players didn't really do no big mistakes like we have been doing these last couple games, or somebody just that one player make a stupid bonehead mistake and then it lead to a goal. And then boom, that kills the confidence. Luckily that didn't happen today. Hopefully that consistently starts not happening. you know, but I think we all got it. I think we all know that like the quality of players we have collectively for this particular system that Conte is playing is not exactly adequate to what we need to actually, do whatever we need to do, like challenge, you know, stock and seeding goals, actually combine for different types of trophies. We know that this team is this particular team can't do it. Well, we don't know that yet because we still got the FA Cup and technically Champions League, more likely the FA Cup, but you know what I mean. But we don't have those players yet for that system. We don't have the players Conte wanted. Who knows what's going to happen? Because it's, as I said, we're pretty much still in a deer of headlights. Club really doesn't know what they want to do. They haven't said anything to the fan base, which is a big problem. Fans are protesting.
Yeah.
Paratici was at the game, so that's good. He was at the game.
Yeah, he's not
And,
in jail.
Getting
I'm
his
sure
last
Levy was
breaths
probably
of
there too.
English free air.
Yeah, probably. So, we really don't know. So we just got to be happy that we got to win today for our club as just a club, and all this other stuff outside is still a problem, of course.
But just to also maybe be a bit devil's advocate here, Michael, Daniel Larson said that he said the same thing after the Crystal Palace game. And he kind of said, look how proven right he was, where he was like, you know
Mhm.
what, not going to read too much into this. Despite being a 4-0 win, we're still crap. Do you think that's kind of, again, got to be proceed with caution here?
Yeah, I don't think like this win isn't like we are back moment or whatever, right?
No,
It's it,
no,
I think it's just if this team is will turn this around, if right, because that's not certain it will happen, but if this team turns it around, it's a good building block, right? Because we won and we kept a clean sheet, so like this defense in their mind, like they actually realize that they can keep a clean sheet for once in their life, right? Hugo had a solid performance. Maybe that gives him that bit of confidence back. I'm not saying that he will be back to his best days, but maybe he won't push the ball into his own net next time, right? When you play an important match, maybe Dyer won't kick the ball into his own net or kick the ball out for a corner, right? Maybe it's as I said, I think it's a good building block. I'm happy that we won, but as I said, it was gritty. It wasn't pretty, but I don't really mind because right now, like beautiful performances is not what I'm expecting from this team. What I'm expecting from this team is to get whatever the best they can out of the game. And in this case, it was a win 1-0 against Fulham. And this, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost against City at our own ground, right? Because like you still have to remember City is City, even if they are not gluing together well. It's still City,
You can
right?
play
They
well and
should,
still lose to
yeah,
City. Like they still
yeah.
are.
You can play well and still lose to them, right? So I'm not saying that off the back of winning 1-0 against Fulham, we are going to clap every single like opposition up until the end of the season, right? But as I said, step, small steps at like one step at a time, one step at a time.
a bit more caution here too, lads. Is Ribsy85 is in here and he's saying we can't build momentum we can't build momentum when there's no change in the team. Conte has them as nailed on starters, play well or play terrible. They still have their spot. I think the point he's
That's
making, right?
completely true.
I mean,
That's
is it
something
really
can be spotted.
possible for us to keep a charge going, right? If we don't actually get a bit of shakeup this January with getting rid of some players as well as also bringing in some players, that's how you actually know you can probably get some type of momentum or get some type of charge. Is you do some stuff in January, you get players out, you bring players in. That's how you maybe would know that you really could get some momentum. I see you nodding your head, Michael.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wes, go on. I was speaking for a bit.
No, I was just saying that, pretty much that's kind of what I was alluding to because, we got to see what this board does with these last couple of days in the January transfer window, at least get like a player in. I say we're so nail on Poro that I think they really do think they can get it done. Now, all of a sudden, we can go off after the Italian player. What's his name? The one that
Zaniolo.
So, we get those two players in. Those are good players to come into the team if you really look at it. I feel like they could do better than some of the players that's been coming off the bench. So,
Not sure about Zaniolo.
Yeah, I don't know if I want Zaniolo to be perfectly honest.
The guy's played 200 games. He's missed 200 games through injury. Do you really want to expose the most? He's like fiberglass. Do you really want to expose
with our medical team?
Exactly, Wes, mate.
But look, that's the problem right there. That's the problem within itself. We're going for players that are pretty much injury prone that are kind of dead wood now when it comes to the team he's playing for now. He's dead wood. Like they want him off their team. They're doing they probably gonna give us whatever means to get him off the books. So that's what's happening. So I can't really you can't really get faith from just this one game and then all of a sudden Tom can turn it around. When we're going after players like that that's kind of washed, like wash. Like this ain't Bentancur and Kulusevski wash. This is a whole nother level of wash, compared to what the club
Trossard was the guy to go for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course, who got him? And who got him?
No, I know what annoys me more.
That's a sad thing. That pissed me off. I wanted to say that so bad when it happened. That pissed me off that Arsenal took him.
What annoys me more than anything about that, right, is that this narrative that I think is a big deal that I don't think is spoken about enough, which is Daniel Levy's requirement to haggle and save 4 million. Okay, if he can finally drag out the Pedro Porro deal, even if he can score a £4 million saving on it, right? It's so short-sighted, whatever, right? But it's so short-sighted that he thought that he could have paid the 44 million in the 1st of January, get it done, and then we'll never know what impact Pedro Porro could have had on the games against Palace, was it City, Arsenal, whatever else, right?
Yeah,
all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
But on top of that, if those 6 points that maybe have gone a different way, that difference is paying for itself. That £4 million that you're saving by haggling and it's paid for itself 10 times over, especially if it's the difference between finishing 4th and finishing 6th, but especially if it's finishing from the difference between 7th and 5th, you're paying for itself. Look at Trossard. Trossard was involved in the goal that made them beat Manchester United on yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all if that is the difference between Manchester City not catching them or catching them, Trossard in that one moment was worth the 25 million quid.
Yep. That's exactly what I mean.
And this is what Daniel Levy doesn't realize. He's so fucking short-sighted.
I mean, just
around
that
kind of
just
stuff.
to save $4 million for what? What are we saving the $4 million for? What we about to get a youth academy player? We about to buy him for $4 million and just loan him out? What we about to do?
Even also with the Pedro Porro, we're still, despite Emerson having a good game today, you also have to look at the fact that Conte is still doing that classic scenario where he has to balance. It's almost like hot potato between Doherty and Emerson. It's like they play well for 1 or 2 games and then they kind of shit the bed right afterwards. And he has to still balance that. I guarantee you Emerson might actually shit the bed in the next game,
That's what I'm saying.
And we've seen Doherty, to be fair, and this is where there's no bias here, Doherty's done the same thing. The moment Doherty gets given any bit of confidence from Conte, he all of a sudden falls off a cliff and doesn't perform to the same levels. And if we had just had Pedro Porro in sooner, we wouldn't even be having to deal with that situation. But fair play to Emerson. I think he had in a good performance. And Shawnee looks like he's winning the polls as well in terms of the terms of the
Oh, is
man of the
he?
match,
Yeah,
which is
like
good to see. That would have been a crime if he
Oh,
wasn't. Would have been a crime.
I think also like with the Poro deal, because like if we buy him, there will be four right backs or right wing backs in the team, right? I think that the whole thing that's happening with Paratici has its like impact on the whole situation, because I
Yeah.
feel like what we heard before January was that we were supposed to like send Spence on loan and bring right wing back in, right? So then maybe it would be a bit more balanced, but for some reason Spence is not going on loan. Hill was rumored to go on loan, then it was
Mhm.
like no, he's not going because he put in like one or two good performances, right? But nevertheless, never mind that. Going back to what you said at the beginning, Jack, I think this team needs, like every team from time to time, needs some refreshment. And it's not only about the playing squad like on the field, but also like the squad in general. And I think like what was massive about the previous January that we had 1 year ago was that we actually shipped out 4 players and brought 2 new players in. And that's the change of mentality, change of culture, change of like even social groups between the players, right? Because like we said that we basically broke the French mafia or whatever, right? It was called. But I think sometimes like just the sheer fact of a new face appearing in the squad is really important. So, and it would be really nice if those players were brought in like at the beginning of January, not at the end of January, right? Like what you mentioned about Poro, you can like mirror it to the last year. What impact could have Bentancur and Kulusevski had if we had them for the games against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, right? The semi-final. Because if you remember, I think we lost 2-0 at their ground, and I think we lost 1-0 at our ground. But there was that like one goal by Kane ruled out, and 2 penalty shouts that were ruled over by VAR. Maybe if we had Kulusevski or Bentancur in that place, maybe something better could have happened there. Maybe we could have like at least scored against Chelsea or something, right? But you never know what will happen if you actually score at your own ground. Crowd is pumped up and whatever, right? So same thing applies to this year. And maybe if we had Poro, we could have played him on the left if Perisic wasn't feeling it. Like it just gives you options. And also, as you said, I think we need to get rid of some of those players because like some of them, I know that certain
Just
positions
quickly,
maybe
Michael,
you can.
actually, do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think
sure.
sometimes it's as important because we benefited last time from getting rid of players as much as I think we benefited from bringing in players? Sometimes I think the benefit can be very reciprocal, where it's like getting in players sometimes can be just as important as getting out players. Because let's say we did get rid of a right wing back, we can then bring in Pedro Porro. If we get rid of center backs, we can bring in center backs. Like sometimes, getting rid of players is just as important, at
Yes,
least in my, yeah.
it's massive. Like
It's hard to know if we're going to see that happening, though, with very few days left in the window, though. There's no murmurings of at least players leaving. Maybe
yeah,
Sanchez, though. Sanchez hasn't exactly played at all this January. Maybe we're shipping him off. I'm not sure, though.
I wish we are shipping someone
Yeah,
off, right?
I agree.
Like just someone. And also like quickly, because like you guys been speaking a bit, and I wanted to say my piece also on it. I was kind of pissed off today that the changes came so late and there were so few of them. I think that I know I on one hand I said that Fulham really didn't create much chances, but if you are being so pinned back, why not bring Bissouma earlier for Son, right? Why not bring Richarlison earlier? Give
I
them
don't think he
some
could.
game
We
time,
found
right?
out he probably could not have brought on Richarlison sooner because Richarlison wasn't fit enough to start this match by the looks of
Yes,
things. So he had
so
to.
like take Sonny off earlier and bring on
But I
Bissouma,
mean, he
right?
brought him on in the
Why was
70th
it so?
minute, to be fair, which is like a
No,
whole 20 minutes.
Bissouma was in 90th.
No, Richarlison. I
Richarlison.
think in the
Yeah, yeah,
case of
yeah, yeah.
Richarlison, I think he handled that one accordingly, at least, or I
Yeah,
couldn't be
but
too harsh.
why not bring Bissouma also, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
With
like
Zuma.
make more proactive changes. If you see and you sense that you are going to get pinned back in the like finishing 15 minutes of the game, then react to it earlier. Like 6 minutes for Bissouma to play, might as well not have brought him in. Like I
Yeah, but
just
sometimes he used it as a time killer, probably. I think he was also using that as a
Yeah,
time killer.
maybe it was just a time killer.
I actually thought Basuma did okay when he came in. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I thought he made
saw him
some
doing a
clinical
recovery.
tackles. You know,
the
yeah,
recovery he did after he lost the ball was very good.
yeah.
That's not a punch at Bissouma.
Still,
right?
I still think Basuma is being misused, mishandled,
Misused
mistrained.
completely.
You
Misused
know,
completely.
I think that the system
Yeah.
he will come into his own in Tottenham Hotspur when Conte is no longer a part of Tottenham Hotspur, which will happen at some point, right? I know I'm not trying to get us onto a negative train of thought.
I know what you mean. by
At
that.
some point, whether it's in the next 2 weeks or the next 2 months or the next 2 years, whenever Conte is not a part of Tottenham Hotspur, the next guy off the rank will use Basuma in the way that we will see the old Basuma from Brighton come alive, because he just doesn't suit this system and doesn't suit the Conte style. I don't think.
Not a holding midfielder.
Thought he did.
He came on and
well
did the job. He came on and
Yeah.
did what he needed to do, and that's all you can really, say to him. And Conte brought him on and asked him to do what he wanted to do, and you kind of shake hands with both players and as well as the manager. Conte, even though if you think he might be misusing him, in that case, Basuma came on and did exactly what Conte wanted him to do. Credit to both of them, I think. But I agree, though. I think he probably should have put him on sooner, maybe just to see out the game, at least in my opinion. Phil saying Spurs fans were fantastic tonight from start to finish. I wasn't able to listen to the commentary or really able to listen to the crowd. Sean or Wes, do you guys have strong?
Yeah,
Wes?
they were fantastic. They were fantastic. Oh, sorry, go on, Wes.
Oh, yeah.
The fans were loud, especially after we scored a goal. They stayed up with the game. I think our traveling fans stayed up with the game throughout even the second half, even when it got kind of to that point where we're kind of getting nervy, just a tad. But they stayed with it. Thank God. And of course, there was a lot of the the chants that we were expecting. The Levy out chants were on and popping. Then I think we were praising. We praised Kulusevski. We did the chant for Kulusevski also.
Nice.
And then of course with Kane when he scored the goal to tie up the record.
Yeah.
So I think our traveling fans did good. Yeah.
Yeah. And Sean, you were able to hear them kind of throughout. You felt like they were a consistent presence because let's be honest, like I said, Sean, the Craven Cottage, like today they were selling the tickets, top Spurs. Like I know Fulham isn't ever like it was a joke, even in the pre-match build-up I made. Like this will be a more sketchy or a more not sketchy. This will be a more scary Craven Cottage crowd than what people are used to.
Yeah, it's weird. So I've been one of my best friends growing up from when I was like 12 until I was probably 22 or something. He was a double season ticket holder at Fulham, so I spent so much time he's just down the road from me, and their fans at home are usually very respectful, very quiet, kind of, and also they've never had that much success, so they're very like it's a kind of prawn sandwich kind of crowd. But their away fans like kind of go at it, and what's interesting is tonight, like most of the time, you are usually going to hear Fulham's when a game is being played at Fulham on the TV, you're usually going to hear the away crowd because the home crowd are just not that noisy. It's just not the way it is, and tonight was no exception. What I did find interesting was that the Levy out chants were audible. Were you could hear them for the first 5 or 6 minutes, for the first 10 minutes. After that, it was more team-based and it was more consistent. Like, it was Tottenham chants going throughout, but the Levy out thing kind of dissipated after about 8 or 9 minutes. And after that, it was from what I could tell, maybe I'm wrong, but after that, it was mainly supportive of the team rather than
and they're also watching
going against the
outside stuff.
They're supporting the team at the same time. It's
but they also sank the Levy out thing at the end. There was a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to see.
So they did both, still supporting the team, but of course, still,
which
it's the board. It's the board that we're fighting right now.
Even more importantly, just being able to hear Spurs fans throughout the game is really what you want to see, right? Like it's almost no matter what they're saying.
They bleed us out. They bleed us out in that Tottenham Hospital. They bleed us out. They try so hard to cover up the noise because they know.
To bottom due to saying in the last 10 minutes, Spurs looked like the only team that would score in a counterattack. That's why Son was on the pitch. He brought in Basuma in the extra time to not concede. I agree with that, to bottom Duda, that maybe we looked. It felt like here's what I would say. It felt like they weren't actually really breaking us all that much down in the 3-4-3. It's just more that with kind of the, how would you put it, like the PTSD of how we have blown games up before in the second half and conceded games. It just felt like we needed to make a change just so that Fulham didn't figure us out, or just so that they didn't maybe, catch out Højbjerg or Bentancur being a bit tired or something like that. That's how I sort of
Mhm.
kind of looked at it. And
So,
maybe bringing on Basuma was that sort of change in the shape that could maybe stifle them. But you also don't want to do that maybe too soon, because then if we're not creating anything either going forward, then we give them more of the ball. So it's a good point that you make there. But lads, at the end of the day, it is only Fulham, and it is a win that has been long, kind of wanting. And so we kind of just have to, I think, leave it here. 3 points. It's exactly what we needed. A big sigh of relief. But I think we're kind of going to get some sort of summary sort of thoughts on the day, maybe. And I'll kind of start with my own here. But I think Antonio Conte basically has given himself a huge bit of pressure and a huge bit of tension relief here. Like, a lot of pressure has been relieved, a lot of tension has been relieved. He was on a bad run of games at the moment. He does live and die by the results that he has, but this was a tough Fulham team. And I think if any critic of his was going into this game, some people who don't like Antonio Conte might have expected him maybe to slip up in this game as well, because Fulham and Man City are not easy games to kind of sort of follow up with each other. Of course, he still has another game against Man City, but I think a lot of tension was relieved here today. And now it's kind of more like the tension moves slightly less, or moves away from Conte and maybe more towards the ownership even more now, even though it was already on them. It was already plenty on the ownership, but the pressure, in my opinion, kind of shifts away from Conte, because originally it was kind of Levy out as well as Conte out, was a lot of kind of people's thoughts. But I don't know, perhaps this sort of win buys him a bit of time, or at least, maybe takes a bit of the attention away from Antonio at this moment in time. And then again, we start to look at the ownership and whether they can bring in players this week, because we need players as soon as possible in order to actually kick up this sort of momentum and kick up the sort of restart and try to go after the rest of the season. But Wes, I'll get your kind of final thoughts. What do you make of kind of what I just said? And maybe have anything else that you feel like maybe you didn't get to touch on as well. But the fact that Antonio gets a lot of relief here, right? A pressure. He doesn't have to deal with that sort of, kind of Conte in, Conte out maybe right now. But also, I think actually a bit of the pressure then gets shifted onto the owners, because now it's their turn to bring in some players for him maybe this week.
yeah, and I think that's really what the key is going to be. I think I think everybody. I don't think Conte really is worried too much about his job, because he knows the board is just doing a crap of a job right now. And it's going to be even more apparent if we don't bring nobody in or have nobody go out on loan like they're supposed to by the end of this week. And he did what he needed to do. When Lionel was, he knows the last couple of games have been pretty crap, and that there's things he probably could have did and should have did. But then again, he only has the players he has, and if the board doesn't move the needle and does what they need to do to help him to make sure he wins game, make sure he has a team that he wants to play the system he's playing currently, then really it goes back to the board. So, and then really him getting his win today helps out the rest of the week, because now we got the Man City game coming up, but I think, is that after the transfer window's over with or before?
Sorry, say that again.
It's in February. It's in February.
The Man City game?
Man City game.
It's in February.
It's
in February. So
Yeah.
So pretty much he can just ride the horse and just see how the dominoes fall pretty much for the West until February. Because now he can pretty much see, hey, this team ain't coming to back me, so don't expect nothing crazy from him. Like, he literally can probably say in the press conference, don't expect nothing crazy. We're going to try for probably top 4, top 5, but don't expect us to, vie for FA Cup or Champions League or really go for like a cup, because you see the board didn't back me. Yeah, he can literally say that. He can literally say that in the press conference, and everybody's pretty much going to agree with him.
I've just heard, I don't know if you've just heard what I've heard, I don't know if you're watching it, but Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville going at it on Sky Sports about Antonio Conte. And Gary Neville, I think, not going at it like having an argument, but having a decent debate. Gary Neville, I think, just said something, and I've never really I'm not a massive fan of Gary Neville, but
Sorry.
The way that he just portrayed his opinion about Tottenham Hotspur and about Antonio Conte, for me, was like, it resonated with me. He's saying, I remember 6 months ago at the end of the transfer window, all the people here, he goes, I remember saying it. I said it, you said it, Carragher, all the guys on Sky Sports said it. Everyone in the UK was talking about it, that Tottenham Hotspur, based on that transfer window, was going to be the team that was if anyone was going to do it, it was going to crack into the top two between Manchester City
Yeah.
and who he thought was Liverpool at the time.
Yeah.
It was going to be Tottenham. It wasn't going to be Chelsea. It certainly wasn't going to be Arsenal. It wasn't going to be Newcastle or whatever else. Jamie Carragher's talking, trying to defend Conte. Gary Neville saying Conte's gone backwards. And part of the reason why Tottenham fan, he goes, I'm not saying that Conte's done a bad job, but I don't understand why everyone is in Club Tottenham Hotspur is so angry right now. You're fifth, you're 3 points off Manchester United, you're still in the FA Cup, you're still in the Champions League, you're about where you should be. The reason why everyone is so angry is because no one predicted that Arsenal and Arteta was going to do as well as they have.
Yeah.
And that Manchester United have suddenly kicked into gear. But actually, Tottenham are about where they should be for what they've got. But Antonio Conte signed the players that he signed. He spent 200 million quid. The way that Gary Neville, I'd encourage everybody well, anybody that's watching still, whether you feel you're Conte in, Conte out, whether you're ENIC in, ENIC out, leaving in, leaving out, go and watch what Gary Neville just said and tell me where he's wrong, because I think that he's just made a very articulate point that we shouldn't be as forlorn as we are, and we probably are. Some of our opinions are a little bit
reactionary,
reactionary and revisionary. We're changing our tune now than where we should have been back in the summer because of other things happening, like Manchester United clicking into gear a little bit sooner than they should have done. Arteta and Arsenal clicking into gear. But if those things hadn't have happened, we'd be where we would be anyway. But it would just be that Chelsea and Liverpool would be in place of Manchester United and in place of Newcastle or in place of Arsenal. And so in all like it takes a couple of people, like two teams have outperformed, two teams have underperformed, but Tottenham are about where they should be, and we shouldn't be as despondent as we are given the situation and given the reality of the situation. And I think Gary Neville, I just watched it, listened to it, and I thought, I don't really usually agree with you, but actually what you've just said makes a hell of a lot of sense.
I do find it, if from the outside, if someone were to maybe look at Spurs fans and maybe say they're a bit too reactionary game by game, week by week, I would say that is true, because the way that even we responded to like the first 6 games of the week of like the season, where we basically went undefeated. I know it wasn't brilliant football then, but you sort of look at it and it's like people were criticizing just 3 points and 3 points and 3 points. I know it wasn't pretty. And then they'll say, oh, but it was always coming, the drop in form and everything. It's like, yeah, but then when you still look at where Spurs are in this position in time, like it's all 3 points that still go towards, what you want at the end of the day, which is finishing in these sort of positions. And I don't know, like you still have to take it week by week, and you still have to sort of, criticize the team when it's needed and criticize maybe Conte when it's needed. But you sort of do maybe look at the bird's eye view, like you said, sometimes too, Sean. And the bird's eye view sometimes always doesn't say that it's as, dumpster fire as it really may appear when you look at it from the bird's eye view, or you look at it from,
Last thing I gotta say is the only thing I got on Conte right now is that he doesn't use his full team. Like you got a brilliant player right wing back called Spence, last name Spence, on the bench, and you have not used them at all, or to help yourself as a manager win games. You know good and well that his ability is pretty much the abilities you want in a right wing back. It's just that he wasn't a right wing back that you particularly wanted to pick out, and that's really my main problem with Conte, is that he doesn't use his full team to his ability or put them in the best situation formation wise all the time. That's if he did what he's supposed to do there, I think we'd probably be higher if he was more of a,
or even his persistence with the restart maybe cost him at times.
Yeah. If he was more not as stubborn, and I understand a lot of managers, when they get to the heights that they're at, what they got so decorated that they can just pretty much do whatever they want to do. I know they get a lot of stubborn, but if he was just a little bit more charismatic with his decision making on, choosing players that he has available, looking at the abilities, see what those abilities can do for the formation he has currently, or change with the formation to fit better with the current squad of players he got until he gets that backing. If he did that, I wouldn't, I think we would probably be higher. We probably wouldn't be talking, fans may not be talking so crazy, saying, oh, the football looks crazy or whatever the heck, But then again, we're not in a hard position league-wise, but to me, we never really look at the history of how we've been. We haven't really been vying for leagues, but twice, and if you're talking about the last 40, 50 years. So, we're pretty much where we're supposed to be league-wise. The only thing I really care about is, can this manager at least get us cup wins? Can we do good in cup competitions?
I think, like, listen, whether you think you get influenced by media or not, when you hear constantly before the season starts that we are supposed to, challenge for the top two or whatever, if there is a team that's supposed to break into the top two, it's Spurs, right? When you constantly hear it, you kind of raise your expectations without even realizing it, in my opinion. And I think when you kind of subconsciously feel like you are supposed to be higher, and by being higher you are supposed to challenge and fight with teams like Newcastle, Arsenal, Manchester United and whatever, when you feel like it and then you see us losing to Newcastle, losing to Liverpool, losing to United, losing to Arsenal twice, the only team from the like traditional top six and plus Newcastle, the only team that we took points from was Chelsea away, right? Which is mad in a sense because we always lose there. But never mind that. I think it would be like the people's view of the season would be much different if we did the traditional Spurs and, for example, lost to Fulham today but won at Etihad away, and, for example, lost to Bournemouth away but won against Manchester United away or whatever, right? I feel like people are so downbeat because, like, if you look at how we compete against the teams that are supposed to compete for the same spots as we do, we are shocking in that sense, right? We lost to every single one of them. And also, like, as I said, if you subconsciously raise your expectation and expect Tottenham to be second, third, whatever, one of those two spots, and you see us in fifth, not doing particularly well, and the style of football maybe is not as good as you expected, right? Because we all watched the end of last season where we actually played really well, in my opinion, right? So when you take all those things combined, people are just people just feel, in my opinion, that they wanted more and they didn't get it, right? That's how I feel about I mean that's how I feel about the majority opinion about Spurs, right?
Yeah.
It's
Any?
not that, yeah.
No, sorry, Michael. Yeah, what were you going to finish with?
Yeah, that was pretty much it, right? That I feel like points wise, where we are in the Champions League, where we are in the table, it's actually not bad. It's just that I think people expected more, and pe- both from like the style of play and also the fight
Right.
against like the best teams, right?
Mhm.
And
So
the hype. We got a whole bunch of
yeah,
hype leading in after that transfer window. And I think that kind of hurt us because the media was hyping us, which is like the first time the media was like, oh, Tottenham can actually, actually do something. That this could be a whole new Tottenham. They were saying that kind of stuff leading in. They were. And that I think that kind of whenever we as fans finally hear that, we finally hearing, oh wait, our club can actually be up there with, the top guns, we get excited and then over we overlook what our team really is and not look at the fine points and details where we may not be what people thought. We're growing into that, maybe if the board acted like how they're supposed to act, but we got situations going outside that's actually hurting us too. So it's like, it's weird. But I think if you look at the end of it, yeah, we're not all ends in all, we're not horrible right now. We're talking about the position we're in, but at the end of the day, I think people want a trophy so bad that I think the heightens and the disappointment is just teetering. It's already over the pot like hot tea almost.
Boys,
Absolutely.
I gotta let you go. I love you all.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
going
gotta
to say,
listen.
Sean, I put your channel. We were doing some final words. We're doing some final comments anyway. So, Sean, can I get your final comments? Let you go, my friend. Thank you for your service today.
Yeah. My final comments are: look, it was a gritty. Like, it wasn't a good game. If you weren't a Tottenham fan, if you weren't a Fulham fan, and you were just a fan of another club and you tuned into Monday Night Football, I doubt you watched the end of the game, unless you're a real passionate football fan. It wasn't one of those games that's memorable. But we take the 3 points, we move on, we separate ourselves from the guys beneath us. We start to climb back on that ladder against the guys on top of us. We're 3 points behind Manchester United. For the first time in a long time, there's reasons to, at least for me, wake up tomorrow morning and talk to my camera with my dog about reasons to be cheerful, because it's been a while, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. I'll take that. we can go through the individuals, go through them one by one over the next couple of days before the Man City game. But for me, I'm happy. Like, it's a wonderful start to the week. It's a wonderful finish to the footballing weekend for us, given everything else that's happened. I've been waiting for something to be. I can go to bed tonight happy, and I'm gonna hang on to that for sure. There's loads of things to to analyze and to worry about and to not get too excited about. But right now, for me tonight, I'm gonna go to bed a happy boy, and I love you guys.
Rest
And
easy, Shawnee. Thank you so much for
yeah,
your help today,
I'll
my
see you on the
friend.
next one. Take
Thank
care,
you, Shawnee.
everybody.
See you
Pleasure
soon.
talking with you.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. See you soon, Johnny. Everybody, big up Sean today. Did me a massive favor, as have Sean and as have Wes and Michael have today. But we're going to be finishing up here shortly. Don't you worry, everybody. Phil saying, hoping Kane breaks the record versus City when I attend. Phil, I know you were now feeling a little reluctant to go to that game now that we've won against Fulham. Are you feeling a bit more kind of optimistic? Maybe a bit more kind of pep in your step now, Phil? Maybe a bit more excited? Let me know, my man. Let me know. But it's good to see that maybe you get that chance to see Harry Kane break the record. Even if it didn't go well, you still get the chance to see it. Dark Sun G says after City, it's the Foxes, Hammers, and then the Chelsea, right? You're absolutely right, Dark Sun G. It's tough, boys. Like, you look at that, right? It's like Preston. What I do like is what Michael brought up, is that the pressure, I think, is now on the board, because until Man City, it's actually Man City is in February 5th. So
Yeah,
basically,
that's what I'm
like,
saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
it's
that's
all
why it's the
transfer
board.
kind of
It's on the
news.
board right now.
It's
It's
all
on the board.
transfer news basically for the rest of the time period. Like, we're
Pretty
just going to
much.
be looking at the board and looking at what they can do to get over the line for Conte, all that sort of news. So everybody kind of strap
I
in
see
for
what
that. Strap in for that. But what I would say is, after the Man City game, Dark Sun G, we have Leicester away from home. I feel like that's not too hard or too
not too hard,
difficult.
but
That
they're
should be an
horrible this
easier
year.
game for Spurs. And
They're
then
horrible
it's
this year.
Spurs at home against West Ham. That is a massive game.
It's
Always
massive.
is. And then Spurs at home against Chelsea.
It's massive.
So winnable games, I actually would say. And if we
Yeah.
did want to go on a streak, we probably should win Leicester, West Ham, and Chelsea if we actually did want to take ourselves seriously. But I don't know. Michael, thoughts? And Wes?
I think so. It was Preston, City,
Leicester.
Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And
And then
West
a
Ham and
Champions League
Chelsea,
in between
yeah,
them too.
and West Ham at our ground too, right?
Mhm.
So with the way West Ham have been playing recently, it's like, listen, I know they always turn up against us, but come on, they are shit. They are absolutely
We usually
diabolical.
finding ways to beat them though. These last
Yeah,
recent appearances.
yeah, at our ground, that I remember that one game where they pulled off the free, which was, I think, at our ground. But other than that, I think we've been winning pretty
Yeah,
consistently
we've been winning
against
though.
them.
Yeah.
Chelsea, if they don't pick up their shit, and I don't think they will, I think we have a really good chance to win that. And Leicester is usually, well, like, games between Spurs and Leicester have always been crazy. Like, if you look at past games against Leicester, it's always been like 4, 5, 6 goals, whatever, right? Something crazy. The Steven Bergwijn two goals in the other time or whatever, right? Massive and funny games usually. So other than City, I would expect us to get, like, in most games, 3 points and to go through the FA Cup. So yeah, like, as I said, slowly build, right? We won against Fulham today. Let's win against Preston, no matter like the style. Let's win against Preston for sure. Then City, try to get something from City. It's not a shame if we lose against them. Shit happens, right? But then when Leicester come, try to win against Leicester, no matter the means. Like, fulfill your targets, right? After Leicester, one game at a time, and
Mhm.
if we build the confidence back up, we saw how this team plays when they are confident, at the back end of last season, right? So if they can build that confidence back, maybe something can be salvaged from this season.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm with you.
basically.
I'm with
For
you.
me,
Yeah.
I'm like, with these handful of games, I think if you look at all the games that happened this January, we reviewed January. I think Conte has put us in a decent position. We're not sitting 6th, 7th, 8th right now. We're not out of all of our competitions right now. he was able to keep us in Champions League. We're in the bye for pretty much FA Cup. If we win the next 3-4 matches in FA Cup, we're in the final pretty much. So, he has us in a prime position. All it leads to now is what the board does to refreshing the squad just a tad, even if it's just 1 or 2 players, but in just at least in needed positions. If they can do that, and he'll have something to look forward to in February, those games should be more exciting games that we should look forward to. But that's all going to go down to really the board. I think Conte, he has us in pretty much good position. We can still make top 4. We can still stay in FA Cup. We can pull off something amazing in Champions League. I doubt it, but FA Cup wise, yes. So we're not out of everything. We're not going for the league. Everybody said at the beginning, we're going to go for the league. No, that's out of the question. No, I'm sorry. I don't know why people thought that in the first place. I didn't really think that, but of course I always have belief in my club. So, but I already knew that was a long shot from the get-go. So, but if the board does what they need to do, it's all going to really be on them, and that's what's going to lead to this. But we got a good run of games, and I really do believe that we can at least accomplish something. I always believe that, especially in cup competitions. So that's what it's going to go down to.
Like it was. Adrian Chia saying we are pissed because we are at where everyone said where we should be. And I think if I read that correctly, Adrian, basically saying, the reason maybe some fans are pissed, or maybe why some fans are kind of disgruntled, is because we're kind of finishing where a lot of other people maybe thought that we would finish. Like, we haven't maybe finished where exactly maybe Spurs fans thought we would push on. We finished in 4th last season. We thought we'd be pushing for 3rd, pushing for 2nd, those sort of things. And we found ourselves back kind of in the same sort of position that we were last season. And is that really going backwards? I don't think so. I think a lot of the players have let Conte down. That's how I sort of see it personally. It's a different opinion, I think, with other people, but I could see how maybe some people are pissed that basically we're in the same position we kind of were sort of last season to a degree, and we haven't exactly pushed on in that sort of way, at least when it comes to the table. And then Dark Sun G says, remember the FA Cup, City versus Gooners, and then Brighton versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the FA Cup has been generous to us when it comes to
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is
to be fair, Carabao was too, but we bottled it against Forest. So
that's very true. But a lot of six Premier League teams were knocked out or something like that.
Yeah.
And the last one, a lot of teams are missing more than usual already in the FA Cup, and it's not even like that many rounds have passed, and there are already going to be some teams missing. Plenty of teams.
I mean, it's like
Did you put all your eggs in that basket, Wes?
Hell yes. Like, what? That's not even a dang question, Jack. You know that. Come on. We had not won a cup since 2008. We haven't won the FA Cup. I got the shirt where we won the last FA Cup. Won it in 1991. Come on. Like, I would take an FA Cup this year. That would kill all the worries we have on the board and everything would pretty much go out the window. The board, that would pretty much be the greatest cover up in history.
An FA Cup honeymoon. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know how much the social media would just keep on plaster, the FA Cup, and they would put it in they do a video of us putting it in the stadium, because we got the little trophy area in the stadium. They say, here's us putting it in the stadium. They're gonna water that all the way down until we're sick of it, until it's like next season, or we're like halfway through next season, so a cup will pretty much solve everything for this board. If they got us cups, I don't think this fan base would be that mad at them. But they haven't been able to at least produce us that. That's really, I would, like Daniel Levy, I wish he would just be like, okay, F the league, hey, go for one of the cups, so we can get the fans off our back or something. I wish he would.
Never know. Maybe Levy will pull that card though, where he'll sack him before the finals. Tequila.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't even want to think about that again. I told you, Jack. That was the most. That's when I was like, what is wrong with this team? That's literally the darkest moment ever that I've seen.
Especially though, Darkson G is right though, with all the teams that have been knocked out just by the nature of them, with them being matched up with each other, we already should have put all our eggs in this basket, but now we really should be putting all our eggs in that basket.
I think Conte fancies it too. Because in his press conferences, he's been very positive about the FA Cup. And then the secondary coach as well has been very positive about it. I think they feel in something too that could possibly be something to target at.
That's good to hear. And then Faz Radfar says, what do you make of Conte punching the air after the win? Two things I would make of that.
He likes winning.
he likes winning. You're spot on with that, Wes. What I would say is it just connects to the fact that I think he knew he needed this win. I think everybody needed this win. The fans needed this win. The players needed this win, and he needed this win. Pretty much everything under the sun of Tottenham Hotspur needed that win. And I think Conte, that's really what it was for me. I'm not sure if it's anything deeper than that, than him really needing it, but also he could maybe see this if he is actually truly set on trying to see out the rest of the season and help us finish in the highest place we can possibly finish. If he's really set on that and being determined and helping us out for the rest of the season, then maybe that's also what it is that he's just showing to the fans that his heart and his mind is still with us and he's still pushing, to push this team as far as he can. Maybe that's another thing that he's going for if you were to read deeper into it. But if you were to read just surface level, I think it's just him very happy to have a win. Let's be honest.
Just happy to get it win.
Yeah, but big up Fazzy, my man. Lads, I think we're going to leave it there. A very, very good day. A bit of time that we can, just relieve ourselves and just sort of, take a breath off. And it just,
been a long time.
take some time off, really, it feels like. Dave will be back Wednesday. He's confirmed it, everybody, in case you were curious. David Harris will be back Wednesday.
I miss him.
I miss him too.
A lot of people missed him. And then I think he'll be back for some sort of debate show with Shawnee as well. So he'll be back coming strong with plenty of content, probably wearing himself out as soon as he gets back. But I think that means I'm going to keep you updated. Could mean fan show then tomorrow. We normally don't do them on Tuesdays. If we do not do them on Mondays, we usually push them to Wednesdays. But that could mean then everybody, I might have to run the fan show tomorrow in case you want to come on and have your say. But we'll leave it there, everybody. A big come on, you Spurs. And in Conte, we trust, at least from me. But Wes, Michael, come on, you Spurs.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on,
Please.
you Spurs. See you soon, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Please, Jesus. Yeah.